Happy Crimson Tuesday, Deledrius. Good to see you. On time, on time. Ah, it feels good. It feels real good. Eating with, aloha. Good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday, Eating with. Yeah, it's going to be more unusual art stuff. We have still plenty of work to do, which is good for streaming, but not good for because I want to launch this. But I think we have it well in hand. Evil Tentacle, Happy Crimson Tuesday. That person 122 Eating with asks, is that Lake Ontario? And that's a very good question, and we're going to get into that very shortly. I have been on an adventure, and I'm going to be sharing pictures and talking about it. Calavero Parlante, happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. Disaster Squad, good to see you. How's the lovely Miss Minamata doing this evening? I'm doing great. I just came back from a trip, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it, whether you like it or not. So that's what we're going to do tonight, as well, of course, as doing some more of that key art stuff. I had some ideas that I'd like to implement on those, and as well, we're going to need to work on another little thing, which is going to be some end cards for my trailer that I'm going to make sure I'm reminding myself at the same time as telling you guys. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to like do the release date on the title cards on stream, so that stays a secret. And I'm going to remind myself about that multiple times when we get to that point. So that's the first thing we're going to work on. I might have to design a new font real quick for that. Not a whole new font, just some letters for that potentially. But we're going to have to take a look at what my current display font looks like at low resolution, if it's too chunky or whatnot. And of course, we're going to finish the night with Earthrise. I said it correctly. Earthrise. We're going to work on that. And we're going to see what happened in the garden in the asteroid base now that we've taken a hammer to the dome. And maybe the spider is a little distressed about that. We'll see. Maximus, happy Crimson Tuesday. I am part ghost today. Look at this. I'm wearing like a dark blue top, and it totally got keyed out. Whatever, it's fine. I am a ghost. How dare I stream outside? Yeah, I was outside. I'm not outside currently. I'm very, very much inside. Ace, happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. Eating with us here, we can do a Crimson Diamond update. I have been working with my trailer person for the new trailer for the Crimson Diamond, which will be a launch date trailer that will be releasing at some point before the game launches. I don't even know what I can say about what I can say, so I'm going to be super vague. But yes, the trailer is pretty much done, I'd say. There has to be some small adjustments, plus those end cards that happen at the end where it says, buy this game please now, or wish list on Steam, and stuff like that. So we're gonna work on those end cards tonight. And of course, key art stuff's coming along. Well, you guys well know. But like to do another couple ideas and some refinements of the ideas we already have. And yeah, so that's developers update. The actual game I have been working on while I was away. I still managed to get in about an hour or two per night to just work on some of the bugs and things, and that's been going well. A couple like fairly annoying bugs I managed to stomp out, so I'm pleased about that. Goldman, I'm happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. Yes, Scantron, good to see you as well. It's just Ghost Stream. I'm like, well, I guess I can. Yeah, let's show you what's going on with the ghost stuff. Yeah, this is the shirt I'm wearing. It's like dark blue, and it's close enough. So yeah, it's today's ghost stream. But first, before we get into it, usual like housekeeping stuff. Hey, speaking of trailer, well, actually, I'm gonna wait until more people come on before I show the old trailer, the one that Dan put together. Why don't we just do some quick housekeeping stuff first? First thing is, of course, Adventure Game Fanfare is happening in Tacoma, Washington in July 26th to 28th. And I will be there. I will be, I think, showing the Crimson Diamond there. I'm going to be on a pixel art panel as well. Good times. And yeah, if you can make it out, if you're like nearer to Tacoma, or you find yourself in Tacoma for whatever reason at the same time, yeah, please drop by. There are links for that we could do. But I will be there again thanks to the generous support of the Adventure Game Hotspot community, and I thank them very much for that. Of course, there will be Francisco Gonzalez, Dave Gilbert, and a Sierra reunion, which is going to be super exciting. So please do check that out. I don't know if there's going to be like an online component or what, but anyway, that's going to be happening. And it's the first time we're having an Adventure Game focused event in North America, which is cool, and hopefully it goes well, and hopefully everything's super well organized. We will see. Next thing is, Slash Studio, happy Crimson Tuesday. Congrats on your Betrayed Alliance Book 1 re-release launch. Oh, and why don't we do this? Why don't we just get this out the top? EGA, modern EGA text parser adventure game creators, including Slash Studio, who has released Betrayed Alliance 1 re-release. And also, of course, you can find that on rjslattery.com/betrayed-alliance. It is a totally free EGA text parser adventure game. You'll see, you swear, stop releasing book 1 soon. No. Keep releasing it. Release it as much as you want, as many times as you want. Maximus, of course, is also here, who remade Enclosure in a 3D with a 3D looking engine, and is currently working on an original game, Escape from Castle Matsumoto. You can find that at MAUS. Oh, I keep on doing this. MAUSIMUS on itch.io. Cosmic Void is working on a bunch of games, including Devil's Hideout, which was successfully kickstarted, and is working on a Tachyon Dreams anthology, which would be improvements and a re-release of his 3 Tachyon Dream games, which are EGA text parser adventure games. Dave Orr, I think it might be streaming right now, actually. He's working on Fortune and Glory and streams at deivore.com. And also, I think it's, .com. Twitch TV, deivore. And I think he's streaming right now, art stuff. No need to spell. I spell it for the captions, because the captions otherwise are going to just make a mess of it. Phil Forte has made 4 Snailtrack games. You can find that at snailtrack.com. And Kinney Games is making Signal and Echo Iris is Missing. You can find that at kinigames.com. And I saw on Twitter recently, Dave Lloyd, who of course made Power Quest, has created, I think, a text parser module for Power Quest, which I'm very interested in. Dave Lloyd is making The Drifter and made the Telwinium. I think there's 3 book Telwinium games by now, and I've still been working on the first one. And those are gorgeous EGA games. They are not text parser, but I heartily recommend it. And I thank Dave Lloyd very much for creating the opportunity for people who use PowerQuest to enjoy a text parser as well. All right, so moving on from that, next thing is, yes, I do have a Patreon, and if you join my Patreon at either of these tiers, this is in Canadian because I'm in Canada, at $4 Canadian a month or $7.50 a month, you will be in the Crimson Diamond credits, which, we'll be releasing not too long from now. So hopefully if you join and you're an active Patreon member at one of those tiers by the time I launch, which will be before Christmas, that's for sure. I don't want to get lost in the AAA shuffle around holiday time, so it's definitely going to be before that. If you're an active Patreon member by then, you will be in the credits. And also, if you're an active Patreon member, if you hang on until I send out those holiday cards, which is often like December, January-ish times, then you will also get a holiday card. And if you're a new Patreon member, you will get the holiday bonus pack. Cromwell, howdy, happy Crimson Tuesday, good to see you. Yes, congratulations very much on the launch of that studio. That's super, super, super exciting. And I'm, jealous that you've launched it. So there's that. My last thing is I do have fourth wall stuff, including... Actually, I should wear this today because it's very appropriate for today. I'll wear this for a little bit. This is actually going to, feature in with what I was doing the past few days. I do have a fourth wall store. One of the fourth wall merches is the EGA bucket hat, which is being keyed out right now. But there are other hats, there are t-shirts and all kinds of stuff, so that you can find that at fourth wall here. All right. And actually, I'm going to just go and here it is. It's actually, it's getting keyed out. Hold on, I'll turn off that for 1 second. Here is the glorious EGA bucket hat. I didn't wear this on my little adventure, but here it is. Cromwell, happy Crimson Tuesday. Thank you. Fashionable. Apparently these hats are in fashion again. Maybe not with the strap, but my mom added the strap because it sometimes gets windy out there. Mug Monster, happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. And I guess now, before I get into trip stuff, I will introduce myself, I guess. So let's do that. Welcome to Crimson Tuesday. We do this just about every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I'm making a game. I'm making a game called The Crimson Diamond, and it's an EGA text parser mystery adventure game, and it's coming out relatively soon. And I'm gonna have a new trailer soon, but I still have my old trailer, which is really a really good trailer still that my musician Dan Polakar made, which was awesome. And I stream art dev, which has been game stuff up until the point I finished all the game art, which was really exciting to finish. But there's still plenty of art stuff to do. We're working on key art tonight, and also some end slate for the trailer that is actually well in production. But yeah, here, check out this. Check out the current trailer that I have, and also please do wishlist the Crimson Diamond if you haven't already. Please do. It really super helps. Let's turn off this. Let's do the trailer, and let's get down to business. Okie dokie.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Okie dokie. Kima Beachy, happy Crimson Tuesday. Thank you. The hat would be perfect for a day of fishing in the sun. Yeah, I think so. I like it. It's a little too small for my big head, but it's still pretty good. Today was, oh no, Mug Monster, it's a bit of an unlucky Crimson Tuesday. I'm sorry to hear it. I hope your Crimson Wednesday is better. Now, I think Eating With You asked if this behind me is Lake Ontario. It is not. It is Lake Erie. And actually, I'm hiding the most interesting part of this. Distinct geographical formation. And that is indeed where I went, and let's get into that. And the way we're going to get into that is not with this. This is just the lazy way I'm going to be showing this slideshow. This is the place that I was, and hopefully the captions are not blocking too much of this. This is where I was for the past few days, and this is a very unique geographical formation. This is called Point Pelee, and this is Point Pelee National Park in Canada. And you can see it's actually it's not a very big national park. It's actually the smallest national park in Canada. This is 7 kilometers by 4.5 kilometers. This whole part here, this little pointy part, and it's the furthest southernmost part of mainland Canada. It's at the same latitude as Rome and Barcelona, and because of that, it is a little bit warmer than the rest of Canada. And because of that, it's got like animal species and plant species that are pretty rare or unique to parts of Canada, to Canada at large, including things like the fox snake and the 5-lined skink. The Benjamin Rivers, happy Crimson Tuesday, good to see you. The Benjamin Rivers, speaking of fellow game devs, fellow Toronto game devs, and a fellow game dev who is working on a game currently that has yet to be announced. And also, occasionally does stream as well. It's good to see you. The fox snake, is it a fox or a snake? It is a Cypress D, happy Crimson Tuesday, by the way. It is a snake. Yes, Pelee Point, n'est-ce pas? Yeah, Pelee Point, Pelee means bald in French, and so means bald points. Gary Ankles, happy Crimson Tuesday, good to see you. You're Skagen in Denmark from the photos. Interesting. I wonder if Skagen Kima BG, a good bird watching area, because this place is one of the premier destinations for bird watching, and it's this the reason it is because of this shape, this distinctive shape. Massimo says, fantastic, very important to regularly go outdoors, does wonders to your mind. Yeah, it was wonderful I love my routine, but it's good to get out of my routine a little bit. But yeah, let's talk about Point Pelee. Here's what it looks like. This is the map of it. Yeah, it's very, very pointy. It was established in 1918 as the first Canadian national park. Although, of course, way before that, it had been settled by First Nations people, and at least as far back as 6,000 years ago, there are is evidence of First Nations presence in the area. It was called Point Pelee but in 1670 by fathers Dollier and Galinet, named it that in 1670. In the 1700s, the British Naval Reserves logged its white pine. In 1790, there was a treaty negotiated between the Crown and the First Nations communities that ceded a large tract of land, including Point Pelee, to the Crown. But the very bad and awful thing about this is that the Caldwell First Nation, which was the Chippewa people, they weren't included in the treaty, although they were living there, which was kind of an oversight, a gigantic oversight. They weren't signatories of this treaty, and they were basically kicked off the land. And this Point Pelee remains unceded First Nations land. But on a bit of a more positive side, it was one of the first national parks, one of the first conservation efforts to save, actually not even just save, but dial back the development that had happened in it in the early 1900s. There were like 300 businesses and cottages and settlements in the early part of the 20th century, the 1900s, in this area. And then I guess you can kind of give a little bit of credit to the Crown for being consistent because, well, they kicked off the Caldwell First Nations with no notice, but they also ended up buying up this land from the private owners of the cottages and the businesses to also kind of kick them off the land, although those guys got money and also warning, because this idea that they were going to designate this as a national park, and that happened in the 60s, which was kind of an unpopular decision by the government at that time, but it has really been a benefit ecologically for the species and the birds that do migrate here. Criminal asks, did you bring your fishing bucket with you? I did not. No, you cannot fish in this area anymore. You could fish in Point Pelee National Park until around the 60s, and then that kind of stopped. And actually, let me turn my music back on. I forgot to turn the music back on. And also, it was the only national park in Canada that actually allowed hunting, which also stopped eventually. Yes, happy Christmas and good to see you, Gary and Class. You really liked walking through that park. It was like playing Myst. It's beautiful. What's interesting also about it is because it's got, it's such a unique geographically shaped, and also where it is situated, very south. It has 6 different kinds of habitats. It's got beach, cedar, savanna, dry forest, wet forest, and freshwater marsh. And because of all these different habitats, it's also a really good place to see birds. Like shorebirds love the beach. Marshes, a lot of the birds that are just coming off of their migrations, they'll stop here. There's a lot of plants, a great diversity of plants for the birds and things for them to eat and rest. And because it's freshwater, they definitely need water too. Yeah, it's a lot of ecology packed into this very small area. I mentioned 7 kilometers by 4.5 kilometers. And to give you and also give you an idea of why this might be a good place to see migrating birds is, you see there's let's see, I guess 1 o'clock from the flag that's been put down here. You can see there's that green rectangle. Green triangle. My shapes are my polygons. The green triangle that is impinging on Lake Erie. You can see that this could be a very welcome sight for birds that are tired from flying over Lake Erie. And in early May, which is when I've gone, me and my mom went. I took my mom. When me and my mom went, it's the best time of year to see migrating birds. So they fly across the lake and they rest. They rest at this point. Fractal Mike, happy Crimson Tuesday. We are birding. Yes, my mom and I are I don't know if we're avid, but we are kind of hobbyist bird watchers, and we went to Point Pelee for the bird festival, they actually call it, to witness the spring migration. Let's give Fractal Mind Mike, who is also Fractal Mind Dev, a shout out. Fractal Mind Mike, of course, is a wonderful retro streamer, but also a game developer in his own right. Happy Crimson Tuesday. And this is not this is not my photo, but this is, I guess, someone took a drone photo of this, and you can see what it looks like. Yeah, it just looks like that's the tip of Point Pelee. That's the same thing here. It's the same thing as this. That's the point. It's the beach. And yeah, it just kind of ends that way. Seagull 2000 Happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. But this is my my photo here. And you can see what's kind of interesting about this is not only does it end at a tip, and the tip can be revealed more or less depending on the water level that's of Lake Erie, but you might notice something interesting about how the tides are happening. They're kind of converging at that point too, which is very unusual. And actually, I realized this after the fact, and this is not something I thought about much before this, but yeah, Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, they have tides in a way. And usually, I guess lakes don't usually, but I've just grown up around Lake Ontario and like the Great Lakes that have tides. And apparently there's a lot of complex reasons about why that happens, and it doesn't happen in other lakes. But yeah, there are tides, and these ones converge, which is kind of interesting. And yeah, here's me. I'm not wearing my bucket hat. Unfortunately, I did not bring it. But yeah, there is the interesting converging waves. And here is some video of that, where they just kind of collide. I'll play it one more time. Yeah, it's a fascinating place. It's really fascinating. And yeah, here is again another one of my photos of what it looks like when you're standing there. Yes, what type of aquatic witchcraft is this? Yeah, it's fantastic. And this, speaking of marshes, this is one of the marshes that they do have. This is not even in Point Pelee. There are other amazing birding spots that are near to Point Pelee. And so we also visited this place. And you can already see, yeah, there's some, I guess there's some Canada geese in here. There's a bunch, we saw a bunch of ducks in this area. For Magpie, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, new game footage, super high res VGA. Yeah, this is all for the next game. And they have this here. This is Hillman Marsh. Yeah, this is Hillman Marsh. And it's some wonderful instructional displays. At the bottom right, you can see a double-crested cormorants, which we did not see any this time around, but we do see them in our local parks, which is kind of nice. But something fascinating about this is that it doubles as a nesting area for cliff swallows. And you can see them flying in and out, and you can see up in the wooden rafters. They're just flying in and out constantly. Black Holes and Happy Crimson Tuesday, good to see you. I just again one more time. Tons of swallows, and it's really cool to see them nesting. Okay, and here's another one. You can see the little swallow in this nest that it's made very cleverly. And there were tons of nests like this, not just in this area. Wasp? No, not wasp nests. No, these are all swallow nests. And the water is like amazingly, wonderfully clear and clean. And this is Lake Erie. And rocks. Wonderful rocks. I got an opportunity to pick up some more rocks for my collection, which I'm not going to show this week. I've not yet washed them yet, so I still have to wash them and photograph them and all that. But yeah, I will be showing off the rocks maybe next week, the stuff that I picked out. ATM Machine, Happy Crimson Tuesday, good to see you. Yeah, these were lovely days. And so the thing, mushrooms. So the thing is about this is bird watching is best kind of in the morning times, and kind of like, I guess after, like later, not the afternoon, but like later in the day as well. So unusual for me, some early mornings, getting up at 5:30 in the morning or 6:30 in the morning and heading out. And we'd be out until about 5 in the evening. So these are long days of walking around and standing around and using binoculars a lot and everything. So it's really good exercise as well. We're also a little bit more tired than usual because of that. And also the driving. We stayed in Leamington, which is the closest kind of town to Point Pelee. And it's like a 5-hour drive, which I'm not really used to driving for very long distances. So I mean, we did take a couple breaks at service stations and everything, but yeah, just I'm not super fond of driving, and also I just don't drive long distances generally. But it was totally worth it. Cosmic Void, happy Crimson Tuesday. Yes, we did the EGA text parser adventure game creators, but let's do it again. Let's do it again. Why not? Of course, Cosmic Void 3. Yeah, again, congratulations on your successful kickstarting of Devil's Hideout. Driving across Great Lakes does take it out of a person. Yes. Ooh, nice. 18 Machine went on a vacation in France and Switzerland a few weeks ago. Nice. The water in Swiss rivers and lakes, incredible blue green color. I would love to go. I've never been to France or Switzerland. I'd love to go to both. Yeah, and also, so I started to cultivate a bit of a fascination for the mushrooms. I saw a variety of mushrooms, and you're going to get to see them too. Very, very interesting to me anyway. And mosses. Gorgeous moss. Look how bright this moss is. And yeah, close up, look how luxuriously soft this moss also appears. And that's what it looks like on the ground there. Just very, very pretty. Yeah, look at this. Look at this moss. It's like EGA green. I don't know. It's gorgeous. And this is, speaking of marshes, there are huge marsh areas, and they've built these nice little observation towers and everything. You can see all kinds of waterfowl. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks fake, doesn't it? Yeah, it does look fake, but it's beautiful. Yeah, and here, and this is the boardwalk. There's a marsh boardwalk where you can kind of do a loop, but yeah, it's a gorgeous area. And to give you an idea of the scale, along this area of the boardwalk, you can kind of see some people walking along. So it's a vast marsh area. Yeah, it's a really nice viewing area to see very far. So we actually went up on that, and I was taking pictures from there. And yeah, you can see how amazing this area is. It's all open areas, a lot of wetlands and everything. And also they have butterflies. This is called a question mark butterfly. More moss. This is a different moss. And also very interesting plants. I don't even know what this is, but I thought it was really cool. More mushrooms. And they have a visitor center in Point Pelee. And oh yeah, so if you're thinking about visiting Point Pelee, I would highly recommend it. Last year, my mom and I went to Presqu'île Provincial Park, and it's still a very excellent park, but the washrooms are not as great as Point Pelee. Point Pelee washrooms are all wonderfully maintained flush toilets. There's a lot of different washroom locations. They have this visitor center where they actually are serving food as well, hot food, during the day, and have cute little gift shops and all kinds of things. Because I suppose it's a national park, so it might receive better funding. And they still have this really cool little interpretive center where they tell you about all the stuff that you can find there and the history of the place. So I highly recommend Point Pelee if you get to go. And yeah, this is part of the history part of it. It says, when the first Europeans appeared in 1670, they brought a different vision to the land. The relationship of people and Point Pelee was about to change. Some consider the years 1670 to 1900 a time of great progress. For the national inhabitants, the perspective was quite different. Yeah. Trillium. So trillium is the national, the provincial flower of Ontario. So it's really cool to see them in the wild. Also unusual. I guess 3-petaled flowers are a little bit more unusual. Yeah, the best of nature and civilization, exactly, Seagull. So good, clean toilets and plenty of them, and good amounts of parking in most of the places. Although it's funny because we would get to the park at 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and the main visitor center parking lot would be full, completely full. But there's plenty of other places you can park. We never had trouble finding parking or anything like that. And even when it was busier on the weekends, it still was not shoulder to shoulder or anything like that. More interesting moss. You're not going to see very many photos of actual birds in this, but I have a selection of photos of the birds that we did see, because I was just using my phone camera to take pictures of things, and we don't have a camera with a big scope or anything. We're just basically out there with binoculars. This is part of the swamp areas. It was mostly pretty good weather. There was some rain in the forecast, and we were a bit concerned about that, but it only was a bit of drizzle, which was really good. They have boardwalks on the marsh as well. Really nicely maintained boardwalks too. And more mushrooms. More mushrooms. I believe this is turkey tail. Seagull says, I love your slow pivot to becoming a wildlife naturalist Twitch streamer. I find this stuff, it's just really fascinating. And it's just like with anything else, like the more you learn about stuff, the more pleasure you can derive from the experience. And more, I don't know what this is. I think these are mushrooms. I really have no idea. Oh, Edith says, I wonder if those boardwalks need to be rebuilt on a yearly basis. When I visited Niagara, they mentioned that the stairs generally need to be torn down and rebuilt each year. I saw some of the planks were replaced. Like, not in these shots, but you can see, I would see occasionally 1 or 2 planks replaced that were a different color. So maybe not year to year. But yeah, I mean, they're well maintained. More mushrooms. More mushrooms. This is pheasant's back mushroom. This, I don't know what this is, but it's really cool. More mushrooms. The mushrooms are good because they don't move like the birds do, and they're not shy like the birds are. Yep. And this is like pheasant's back mushrooms. I just love them because they kind of look like pancakes. Look, they're great. Really cool looking mushrooms, and they're edible. I didn't forage any mushrooms. That's something else I'd like to maybe get into a little bit, but I did not forage any mushrooms during this trip. This is good. This is really funny to see. Woodpeckers, fair share of woodpeckers in the park, and I kind of love how the woodpecker was working in like lines, horizontal lines, a very orderly, very well organized woodpecker. We saw yellow-bellied sapsucker, red-headed woodpecker, downy woodpeckers, northern flicker as well. Yeah, he was very, very orderly fashion of woodpecking here. And more pheasant's back mushrooms. I find them fascinating. And this is the underside of them, which is, I think, really interesting. Like, look at the underside of these mushrooms. A lot of people know mushrooms like, the ones you buy at the grocery store that have gills on the underside. And a lot of mushrooms do have the gills on the underside, which is like, kind of, yeah, it's like, I don't know how to describe them besides gills. But not all mushrooms have them. Some mushrooms are like have weird, spongy looking undersides like this. And there's a close-up. It's fascinating. Look at this. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And also flowers. Lots of wildflowers. A great variety of wildflowers. I don't even know what this stuff is called. Again, more stuff I have to learn. But these look like teeny tiny orchids or something. I think they're really cute. And by teeny, like that's my big finger. And that's how small the little flower is. I'm not touching the plant either. I don't think I was. But yeah, little teeny tiny flowers of all kinds. This is columbine, which is a very beautiful wildflower as well. And this is a different butterfly. I can't remember what this one's called. And this is one of the few photos that I do have of a bird, and it's funny because you could probably barely see it. Oh, in fact, Mike says that these mushrooms might trigger some people's tropophobia. I think I have almost the opposite. I find it fascinating. Sometimes, Factomod Mike, I do get a weird feeling when I see stuff with holes in it, but those ones for some reason don't bother me. JBL, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Here again, because I had an engagement till 2 in the morning. Good to see you. Missed the trailer, unfortunately, but I'll be happy to play it in a little bit, maybe before I get to work. Let's party El Bravo. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. This bird that is in this picture, which I will show you where it is in this photo if you can't find it, is an American woodcock. And my mom had seen one before, but the last time she had seen one was 11 years ago. They're not common. They're extremely timid. They're supposed to be more active in the evenings, and this was like basically high afternoon. So it was unusual that this one was active. And JBL says, I never miss a trailer. It lives in my heart. Gary J. Kings, you see the bird. Happy Crimson Tuesday, Gary J. Kings. Now, Gary J. Kings, I was just talking about, the trailer and how we're going to be working on the end cards tonight. And Gary J. Kings is the one who is making the trailer. I was wondering what the name for that is. Is it Trailer Smith or something? I'm not going to be showing the latest draft of the trailer or anything like that. Because we're going to save that stuff. That's all going to be super secret stuff. And I'm definitely not going to be accidentally revealing what the actual launch date is. But we are going to be working on those end slate cards tonight. Oh, nice, Gary J. Kings. Yeah, I just finished some work, so I figured I'd look. Now, Gary J. Kings also has made a bunch of trailers for other folks, like Xavier Nelson Jr., a lot of trailers for Xavier, and also had did a wonderful Adventure X talk on making trailers. That is just in the 2023 Adventure X, and you can check that out on the Adventure X YouTube channel. The fascinating stuff. Trailer Taylor. Ooh, I like that seagull. Yeah. And don't accidentally tell us that the launch date is something, something, something. No, I won't. But yes, if you are a game developer and you want a mighty fine trailer. Oh yeah, by the way, Gary, I showed the trailer to my PR folks this morning in the meeting, and they thought it was really great. So thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, American Woodcock. Let's take a look. There he is. Look, he's a very timid fellow. But there he is, using my very not good iPhone camera, but I do have a better picture of this bird. Also on this trip, my mom saw 2 life birds, which is what you call it when you've never seen a bird before in your life. But that was very significant. She's been doing bird watching for probably, yeah, definitely more than 10 years, probably more like 15 years at this point. And of course, it gets harder and harder to find life birds. And we saw 2 of them, which is very exciting on this trip. Yes, they thought it was really good, Gary, so thank you so much. But yeah, I will show better photos of this little guy. More pretty flowers of names I do not know. Come to Australia, you'll see some life birds, surely. Oh, definitely a Fractal One Bike. Yeah, some people, like, they really make it their mission to travel to see birds. My mom hasn't really done too much traveling to see birds or anything like that. Whenever I travel, I try to keep my eye out for things that she might not have seen before. Fantastic camouflage. This thing knows what it's doing for sure. And this is phlox. This is wild phlox, and it actually had a beautiful smell. And this area of Point Pelee is in Sleepy Hollow. And just an abundance of these beautiful flowers that kind of smelled like jasmine. They're very nice. And Tonda, happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. Let's give a shout out to Tonda. Another amazing streamer. One of my favorites. I was lurking actually the other day, Tonda, in your stream. What were you playing again? Oh my gosh. I cannot remember what you were playing, but I was there. I sometimes lurk. I don't say anything sometimes if I'm tired. Seagull says, "Do you have a list too, Julia, or are you more casual?" I'm definitely more casual. I don't write any of this stuff down. Although I took pictures of my mom's list that she made. Just she doesn't. I don't know if she actually has like a database, or she doesn't use computers, but she has like maybe written lists and things. Definitely check out Tonda. Not only is Tonda a streamer, he's a fellow artist and a really good artist. More mushrooms, more pheasants back mushrooms. I forget what they're called, but like look at their little everything. They're just too precious. And this is something I really enjoyed as well. You can see this is a dead log, and you can see all the ways that birds have been feeding on this thing. It looks like some woodpecker holes, and also like looks like bugs have been at this too, and it's kind of artistic almost to see how the bugs have kind of carved into this. And this is under the bark, like the bark has been kind of fallen away, and then I guess this is like the cellulose that they feast on. Hello, Edmund Dieter, happy Crimson Tuesday. I'm just showing photos of my trip to Point Pelee National Park for some bird watching. More little flowers I don't know the names of. Yes, nature's stippling. Indeed. Oh yeah, here's a better close-up of that wild phlox. Beautiful flower. Beautiful smell too. And this, yeah, so at one of the gift shops, they have a couple gift shops, but at the Marsh Boardwalk gift shop, they had this book called How to Forage for Mushrooms Without Dying. So my mom got this for me just to thank me for doing all the driving and stuff like that. Which, I will show you the book real quickly. Oh, wait, that's not the right thing. It's this one. That's the thing? Yes, okay. Here is the book. How to Forage for Mushrooms Without Dying. It's an awesome little book. Not even that little. And it just tells you, oh yeah, here's mushrooms with gills I mentioned. Yes, a lot of people think of mushrooms as mushrooms that have gills, but not all mushrooms have gills. I like this book too because it only focuses on specifically very easy to identify edible mushrooms that are very tasty. And of course the not so edible mushrooms as well. That's important to also be able to distinguish. Destroying Angel. You don't want to eat that. For the Wolves, happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. I'll give a shout out to the Wolves. You've been doing any running tonight, the Woofs? Speaking of that, I know that we will be also having a member of the Speedy Adventures community will be also at Adventure Game Hotspots Fanfare, One Short Eye, who just finished, just came out with an amazing video about speedrunning King's Quest 1. So it's good to see the Woofs. Oh, Mesta, thank you so much for the follow. So I usually do anonymous, but I forgot. So I'm sorry. Oh, money doesn't grow on trees, but gourmet mushrooms do. Some mushrooms are not. You can't even cultivate. So that's why foraging becomes like a must to do. And a lot of these have amazing flavors that you just cannot get otherwise. Yeah, anyway, step 1, leave the mushrooms alone and don't eat them. Oh yeah, don't end up like the one dude who ate the wrong thing. Yeah, this is something I'd like to do. I actually have a friend of a friend who is like she actually does forage for mushrooms. So I'm going to ask my friend if she could kind of get us all to go on a little mushroom foraging trip. I think I'd really love that. JBL says, I wish people would give up foraging for mushrooms. People die every year. The talking for mushrooms is incredibly fast acting. Yeah. There are not, I think, I forget how many people die every year of being poisoned by mushrooms. But if you want to know which mushroom to definitely avoid, the one that kills the most people is I think everyone knows what the one that kills the most people, what that looks like. Hold on, where is it? It's like the Amanita one, I think. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, don't worry, I haven't started foraging or anything yet. Okay. Is it this one? Death Cap. Yes, this one. This one is the one that kills the most people a year. Death Cap or Dunce Cap? Okay, so this one is... Okay, a 1965 study in Europe revealed that 109 people poisoned by death caps, 47 thought they were eating something else. Of course they did. Anyway, that's that. I find it interesting. I'm not, don't be afraid yet. I haven't started foraging. Okay. Hey, 18 Machine, have a good evening. Hope to see you back. It's Mr. Gel, happy Crimson Continues Day. Oh no, Admin Detour, what I learned from Nintendo is that amanitas are edible, right? Worry face. No, they are not. Oh, yeah, Seagull says, my friend had a terrible allergic reaction to morel mushrooms. I guess you can die without foraging. Yeah, there's a lot of ways it seems like it could go bad for you. Like, you have to cook them really well. If you don't, then that could also be, like, digestive problems. Like, it's not going to kill you, it's just going to give you digestive problems. Also, yeah, they can go off, right? If you have to store them really well, and keep them cool and all that stuff, or else, like any other food, they can turn on you, even if they're ostensibly edible. Let's see the Woofs. I'm just checking if the Woofs said what they were up to. But anyway, yes. So moving on. Oh no, I don't want the clips. Okay, moving on from that. Let's just move on. Returning to the little show. Okay, here we go. Okay, back to this, and also this cute little mushroom pin, which is adorable. I love an enamel pin. So they had a bunch of these different kinds of varieties, and I picked this one because I just liked the most. Ooh, Blahouts, I'm eating mushroom right now. I like mushrooms a lot. And this is the Delorier Homestead and Trail. Yeah, they didn't leave very much intact, but this is one of the few. There's a barn and this homestead that they left up, which is kind of interesting. Oh, and speaking of other interesting things, I mentioned 5-lined skink. So here are some things you can find. Painted turtles, the skink. We actually saw some skinks basking on the boardwalk. And this exact type, this 5-lined skink. And it was really, really cool to see them. Okay, the Wolf said, I was speedrunning Fate of Atlantis night. It's quickly become one of my favorite runs to do, and the game is one of my favorites too, so that helps. Interesting. So what makes Fate of Atlantis one of your favorite runs? Like, what is the appeal of that one to run? And which path do you run? Which one's the fastest? This is the homestead. This is like also home. This is barn, I guess, and this is homestead. I love old-fashioned doorknobs and little keyholes. And this. So this, yeah, they do. I did mention some of the history of Point Pelee, and they do have some, informational signs about it. Leaving home. Imagine growing up at Point Pelee. What would it be like to leave? Since Point Pelee became a national park in 1918, families have left their homes here. Some were forced to leave, others encouraged to do so. Their connections to this home survive. Up until the 1920s, members of Caldwell First Nation lived at Point Pelee. They worked temporary jobs at farms and fisheries, wove baskets, and made a living as best they could. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police evicted these families from the park in 1922, destroying their root cellars to ensure they wouldn't return, which is a dick move. My mother was there when they were evicted in 1922. They were all told to leave, not take anything, just their children, Grace Peters of Caldwell First Nation says. As early as 1960, Parks Canada began purchasing the private properties within Point Pelee National Park as the first step in an ambitious program designed to protect and restore the park's natural resources. Some houses and cottages were moved outside the park, others were torn down. Though the owners were fairly compensated, many had mixed feelings about leaving Point Pelee. You wouldn't like it if you've always lived here and they just want to take it over, just for everyone to see it. You'd rather stay there yourself. Annie Jackson, born at Point Pelee, lived there until age 12. Dave McEachran, a park superintendent, said it's rather sad that some people had to leave the point, losing their dream homes in their retiring years. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely some history here that isn't the best. Oh, Maximus went mushroom foraging as a kid quite a lot. My family was into it. The whole house smelled of mushrooms for days. That's amazing. Do you remember your favorites, Maximus? Okay. Oh, interesting. The Wolves has been doing team path runs for Fate of Atlantis. Each path has its own category, though. Fist is the fastest by a bit. But I really like the team run at the moment, as there are a lot of randomness to it, and for whatever reason, it just keeps it fresh and fun. Nice. Yeah, Seagull, I do like this. There is some addressing of it. And also, I like this one as well. This is the evolution of the park, and so this tells you, in 1931, how many private buildings there were. In natural habitat. So it was very developed for some time in the 1930s. And then we are here. So that's the homestead, where the star is, and then this is 1959. Okay, so first aerial pictures of Point Pelee, 1931, 1959. Intense development occurred during the park's first 40 years. So you can see how so many more private buildings are the red dots. And then we have 1973. The first park management plan shifted the focus to conservation. Roads and buildings were removed, fisheries and farms disappeared. So we can see that they are starting that initiative to renaturalize the region. And then we have this from 2012. Where buildings, orchards, and farm fields once stood, nature has returned. Evidence of past human activity remains. And so you can see how much greener that is since they've restored it. Oh, I find that very interesting. Next, this is the sound of some of the bird calls, and I will turn this one up. And this is my own video. Bill Kuhn, happy Crimson Good Tuesday. This is Point Pelee National Park in Canada, Ontario, Canada. And I will play that again. Okay. Maximus' parasol mushroom was common in the area where we lived. We often targeted spots where it grew. Nice. I've never heard of parasol mushroom. Fasco Bros, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. You should sell that as B-roll. All right. Moving on. Oh. Moving on, I said. To play this all from the... Okay, there. Oh, come on. I do have more pictures after this one. Come on. Do the thing. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna have to reopen this maybe. Give me a second. Okay. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay. So this is in one of the marsh areas, and this is another bird that we saw. So this bird is another one my mom hadn't seen in quite a long time. This is the green heron, like your green heron. It's not a good picture of it. I have a better picture. I will be showing bird pictures too. But we saw 3 of them together, which was kind of amazing. Next, this is, that's more swampy area. So one of the days was quite misty, which is kind of fascinating. Yeah, seagull. There's a blue heron and there's a green heron and there's a white one as well. And this little guy, oh, so cute. Okay, so this guy was on the path, just this on the path, and I know from reading about at other parks that if you see like a turtle in a path, like you don't want people to step on them, right? So you're supposed to move them in the path, the direction that they were traveling. So we moved him over to the side. We used a couple like branches as chopsticks and gently moved him off in the direction he was traveling on the other side of the path. So adorable. And first he's sitting so still, you wonder if he's alive or not. But then of course when we picked him up, he kind of tucked all his things in, and we kind of put him off to the side. Pascal Broseph says, what's the difference between turtle and tortoise again? I think tortoises are like more land-based, Pascal Broseph, and turtles are like more water-based, more aquatic. But there's other distinctions. Yes, yeah, exactly. Yes, moved a few turtles that way yourself. Yeah, it's you don't want to touch them with your hands or anything because they actually can have diseases and stuff. And also, you don't know if it's safe for them either. So, that's correct. The picture is a turtle. Yeah, this is a turtle. And I believe it's probably like a painted turtle, like judging from the markings along the edge of its shell. And this is an area called Madbinchina, which was one of the areas. There's a bunch of areas in the park itself, like that have the places where there's picnic tables and washrooms and other informational things. And we just really liked this adorable bear. So this is a little playground for kids, and it's like all done in wood. And we really like this little like wooden carved bear with this nice little smile. Yes, I used to have some red-eared slider turtles, mostly water-based. Edwin says, yeah. Ace says, yeah, turtles are illegal in some countries for that reason. I didn't realize that they were illegal in some countries. It's legal to have turtles as pets in Canada, but honestly, like they're so long-lived. I find it hard to, like, they'll live for a really long time. Turtles will, and it's like a huge commitment, and you have to have like a big old tank for them and everything, like a really big tank. So yeah, it's one of those ones where I wouldn't keep a turtle as a pet personally because they can have diseases and also they live forever. Yeah, the bear is great, Seagull. I love the bear. And then they also have, so you can see behind this, like in the playground, there's also like this adorable carved wooden turtle as well, and like another little carved kayak as well. And I just love this. So there was a misty day, and I just love how the sky and the water are blending so seamlessly here. And also, this is a bird that my mom had never seen. This is one of her life bird. This is an American pipit, and you can I mean, it barely looks like anything, obviously, from the shot I have here. But it had a very distinctive call, and there's actually a really, really good app that we saw a lot of birders using. It's called Merlin, and you can sort of stick your phone up in the air and listen to those bird calls, and it will tell you what birds are in the area based on the calls. And also, if you upload a photo that you took, like a good photo that you took, not of like this one, but like a really good photo, it will actually help identify the bird. So my mom has a book, so we're doing it old school, like ruling out what else it could be or couldn't be. And someone else wandered over, and we pointed out this bird to them, and they used Merlin. They took a really good photo. They had a big camera with a scope and everything, and so they took a good picture of it, uploaded it to Merlin, and Merlin identified it as an American pipit, which was very exciting because my mom had never seen one before in her life. Oh, Pascal Broseph. This could be. Well, it's hard to say from the carving whether it's a turtle or tortoise. I think it's a turtle. Like, I feel like the tortoises do have more protruding shells. And this is just an example of, like, you can see the mist actually coming off of the flowing across. I've never seen mist behave like this before. It was really kind of cool. Oh, the one before. Oh. It's great. It was really, really beautiful. Let's take a look back at this guy. You think he's a tortoise? Bog Ghost. Sujak, happy Crimson Tuesday. Bog Ghost is incredible. So good. Okay, next. Mushrooms. These are chicken of the woods, and apparently they do taste like chicken, and they're supposed to kind of even have the texture of chicken breast. Yeah, short draw distance eagle, exactly. Fantastic looking specimens. And these ones are edible, apparently. Also easy to identify. There is one type of... So I learned from my How to Forage for Mushrooms Without Dying book that there is one type of easily recognizable mushroom that is actually tastes better if you don't cook it. And you can eat this one safely. And it's called a beefsteak mushroom. And apparently it's got a high concentration of citric acid in it, which it kind of gives it like a lemony taste or tang to it. And that one tastes better without cooking it. And it's safe to eat like that because of the high concentration of citric acid. Fascinating stuff. A journeyman, happy Crimson Tuesday. You logged into a real-life Mario Brothers adventure. Yes, the mushrooms. Beta Humans, happy Crimson Tuesday. Here's a video that aligns with my interest. Is this like a mushroom identification video? Let me just check this really quickly. Oh, ad. Hold on, I gotta get past this ad. I just want to see what it... Oh, Mr. Denjiro's Happy Energy. What is this? Hold on, I gotta check this out before I move on. But please continue to enjoy this amazing picture of a chicken of the woods mushroom. I know you guys, it's so cute how worried you guys are about I'm gonna poison myself foraging for mushrooms. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, rocks. Oh, geodes, rocks with crystals inside. Okay, fantastic. Okay, I can open that up in Safari. I did, like I mentioned earlier, that I did pick up some rocks, but I'll have to save that till next time because this is already going on quite long, and I didn't get around to taking my pictures yet of those. That's exactly up my alley. Thank you. Okay. Pesco Burster also says, yeah, mushroom hunting is not something I'm brave enough to attempt personally. No, Beta Humor, you're very, very true. You told the truth, the true truth there. I definitely need to see that. More mushrooms. And more little flowers I can't identify. And yeah, one of the few fairly decent photos I got. This is a wild turkey. And they're spectacular. And they're very big. And this one was kind of standing off to the side and kind of ruffled its tail feathers out. We wanted to take the path that was beside it. And we had to wait till he moved off. So eventually he did like collapse his tail and then move off of the path. But he seemed like we didn't want to approach while he was there because we felt like he was a bit upset with us or something. But he eventually moved off and went back to being smaller. Yes, a journeyman. Yeah, turkey. Turkeys are gorgeous. They're really a beautiful bird. Like, look at all the different kinds of feathers and stuff. And yeah, this was large enough where I could actually take a photo of this thing. Like, I was still zooming in. That's why the quality's not that good, is I was still zooming in on my iPhone to take this picture. So we weren't super close to it or anything. Like, I'm one of these people who, yeah, I am cautious. You know, you should be cautious around wildlife. You can't predict how they're going to behave. But yeah, there's the turkey. More mushrooms. I didn't eat any of these, I promise. And this one, which it's also apparently an edible type, I think. I can't remember what it's called, though. Some kind of cup something mushroom. And so this was, remember the stack of pancake mushrooms? So we revisited that same area then like a different day. And it's now, they're all sweaty now, and I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's because they are just sweating away excess moisture or something. But interesting to see just this stuff happening from the bottoms. I don't know. I thought it was cool. They don't look as tasty anymore, but I thought it was cool. A ton of too much butter. I don't know. A journeyman tank. These need to grow on the side of a maple tree for easy to serve. Yeah, wouldn't that be funny if they were growing on the side of a maple tree? Oh, and adorable little mushrooms. Okay, and I think that's it. Oh yeah, and here's my mom's, her notes, of what we saw day to day. But I'm not going to show you every. I'm not showing you every bird that she saw, but you can see she did highlight the green heron at time like 3, and then pipit, and where she found them and everything. Sweaty mushrooms, I know, Sue Jack. I was like thinking of like Patton Oswalt has a bit where he says something about a sweaty sack of pancakes, and it was like, yeah, that's nice, terrible. Yeah, they're not enticing them whatsoever, Ace, to eat them. Skinks, exactly. Yes, we saw skinks. We saw them. Yeah, they were sunbathing on a boardwalk at East Beach, or West Beach, and it was really cool. Yeah, but from there we're gonna actually get into quickly. I will show you the birds that we saw. So this is a much better photo of the American pipit. It's kind of a bland looking bird, to be honest with you. So it's that's why it's harder to identify. I'm more fond of the very easy to identify birds, but this was that shorebird that my mom had never seen before in real life. And then we saw these. This is a green teal, another fantastic looking bird. We saw this one at Hillman's Marsh. Exactly, Cupa miscellaneous. Yeah, there's nothing really much to recommend this bird. It kind of looks like a juvenile blackbird. It kind of looks like a billion different things. But green teal. This is one that's very easy to identify. That's a good thing about shorebirds. One of the recommendations they have, if you're getting into bird watching, shorebirds are a really good one to get into because they often have very distinctive markings, and also because they're in the water, they're very easy to see. Because a lot of times when you're looking at warblers, and migrating warblers is kind of the focus of the bird festival at Point Pelee during this time of the year, they tend to be really high up in the trees. And the trees are starting to get their leaves in. Although right now the leaves are still like not in full leafy bloom yet, so it's still kind of relatively easy to see them. But sometimes, yeah, your view is obstructed by the leaves on the trees. My mom was worried that when we got to by the time we were at the park, all the leaves would be out and it would be really impossible to see the birds. But we were still pretty fortunate that the leaves are still pretty small and still emerging from the branches, and it was decently easy to see them. But there's nothing easier to see than a shorebird on a pond. No magpies. Yeah, we didn't see any magpies during the trip. Yeah, Edmund Detour. This is in Ontario. This is Point Pelee National Park in Leamington, Ontario, is the closest town, and it's the southernmost part of mainland Canada. Neon Totem, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. You're seeing an ad featuring a hawk. This is the American woodcock that I had that very bad picture of. Very weird looking bird, at least very easy to identify. Extremely shy though, and extremely well camouflaged in the. I know, yes, American woodcock. Very well camouflaged in the leaves that he was in. No neck. Also says the distance between his eye and his beak is pretty big. Adventure Game Geek, happy Crimson Good Tuesday. I am awake for this for a change. Fantastic, good to see you. Of course, I have special links from Adventure Game Geek. Adventure Game Geek is a wonderful adventure game YouTuber and possessor of an EGA bucket hat, speaking of, and also part of the Adventure Game Fanfare Network. So good to see you. Another bird we saw was this one, Dunlin. My mom, this is one that also was a kind of a rare one. She hadn't seen this one. Well, it's not that rare, but my mom hadn't really seen one in a long time. This one's also, like, shorebirds tend to be kind of hard to identify, but this one's good because it's got that black patch on its belly. Which makes it much easier. Also, yeah, the black beak and black patch help. A journeyman, come on, birds artist, learn to make a bird in proper perspective. Yeah, this guy kind of looks a bit odd. He looks not quite right, the scale, proportions wise. Yeah, shorebirds are so cute. Yeah, like yellow legs are adorable. Piping plovers and things are really cute. Last year at Presqu'île Provincial Park, we saw some kind of plover. I forget which kind, but they were kind of rare. Very adorable birds. Then this guy is a Eastern Towhee, Towhee. This is something my mom hadn't seen in ages either. We saw a male and female actually right together, and the female has different plumage, but as usual tends to be male. Tend to have brighter, higher contrast plumage. Towhee, yeah, nice little birdie. Beta Human says, one of the few things I'll miss about this town are the cardinals and the blue jays. Yeah, I love those birds too. Very easy to identify, very colorful. Almost a boar, because some of them are very nice and plump. Very adorable. And here is a picture of a 5-lined skink. Look at that tail. The ones that we saw, I don't even know if we saw the tail bit, but kind of a fascinating color scheme there. And a lot of them have like reddish orange faces. And I saw some at closer local parks actually. But yeah, we saw like 3 on a boardwalk at once. It's a really cool thing to see. Don't touch the tail end detour. Yeah, it looks toxic. I don't know. It's probably fine. But no, I'm not trying to forage forage skinks or anything. It's gorgeous. It's very gorgeous. It's fake skink. This is the green heron. This is a better view of him. Again, none of these are my photos. But yeah, obviously green heron because of that wing color, the color on its head. Very orange legs. Kind of comical looking legs. Old School J, happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. Old School J, another wonderful, wonderful retro stream. Let's give a shout out to Old School J. It's my turn to share vacation photos, Old School J. And these are all from Point Pelee National Park here in Ontario, Canada. And this is the bird festival, the migratory bird season of warblers. And I do have the last part of this is going to be warblers. So we did see our fair number of warblers because Point Pelee is because it's protruding so much from the shore. This is the first stopover point for a lot of migrating shorebirds and warblers. Oh, you love Point Pelee? You've been? When did you go last, Old School J? Adrian Bauer, happy Crimson to Birds Day. Thank you. It's good to see Adrian Bauer as well. Yeah, we're just showing the rest of these. And this is another, now I can't remember. Was the other one a green teal or was this a green teal? I can't remember. Anyway, another gorgeous bird. Easy to identify. Oh, wow. Old School J. My parents used to have a cottage in Aereo, Ontario, not far from there. Fantastic. Ah. Yeah, it's a really beautiful area. Like a lot of diverse geography. We mentioned, yeah, there's marshes and savanna and forest and all kinds. And shoreline too. So it's a wonderful place to go for birding. This is a killdeer. And we did see a couple killdeer on the shores as well. Another fairly distinctive one because it's got those two bands on its neck. And I gotta ask you, Old School J, I keep forgetting to ask my friend. So I've got a friend in Victoria, Anna Vigu, and I visited her a couple times. I've visited Victoria. I don't know if you know the Vigu family. They've lived there. They've lived in Victoria for a long time. Forward Magpie says I've never been but want to visit Crimson, Ontario. I don't know. It's kind of an abandoned town now, so I don't know how much interest there would actually be to going to Crimson. This is another favorite, and we saw a fair number of these as well. Orioles, and just gorgeous color, very distinctive call as well. We saw a lot of male and female orioles. This is a red-eyed vireo. This is not a warbler, but it's close enough to a warbler. We saw some of these. Red-eyed vireo, red-eyed. The name is pretty obvious. Yeah, Old School J, they are on the islands. Yeah, so I guess I don't need to ask Anna now if she knows you. Yeah, Anna and the Classic Gamers Guild are awesome. Yeah, Adventure Game Geek knows. So yeah, Classic Gamers Guild podcast. They are part of as well the Adventure Game Hotspot Network with Adventure Game Geek and One Short Eye. For my part, I don't know. I have a feeling Crimson will shine once more. Thank you. And these are ring-necked, male and female. Male is on the right, female is on the left. Saw these again at Hillman's Marsh. This is, I love this picture, wood duck. We saw a male and female wood duck as well. This is the male, one of the most spectacular ducks you could possibly find in Canada. Wahoo! Yes. This is spectacular, fantastic looking bird. I was kind of surprised to see this one. We weren't expecting to see these, but yeah. Lucky to see. How much duck would a wood duck, etc. Thank you, Seagull. And here's a rose-breasted grosbeak, another one that we saw a bit of, and also very happily easy to identify because of the reddish pink on the chest there. Oh yeah, Old School J, these are not my photos, by the way. I showed my photos earlier on. I just took some really bad iPhone photos of some birds, but most of my photos are just like mushrooms and landscape stuff. We don't have like a super serious camera to look at these things. Although we do have a scope, and the scope was really good for seeing shorebirds, but we can't really take photos with it. Yeah, this guy's great. And the female has the same shape of like the beak and everything, same body shape, just it's like brown kind of. Scarlet Tanager we saw a few of as well, and I love this one as well because very easy to see, stands out, and you're not going to mistake it for anything else. Yeah, old school J. Yeah, I never even attempted any of that photography stuff. We just enjoy it with the binoculars. This looks fast. These are I don't know. Like I think swallows are pretty fast birds. They tend to be like more daredevil, like a lot of diving and swooping. But well, yeah, love a scarlet tanager. Love an indigo bunting, which we didn't see, but again, that's another bird that's it's like bright blue. And yeah, the ones that are kind of in between are not so easy to identify, and also when they're covered in leaves and like moving all over the place, it can be tricky. This is a Blackburnian warbler. We're getting into the warbler section. These are not warblers. Blackburnian is a warbler. I don't know what the distinction is, but there we are. Like they all kind of have the same basic shape and same basic beak shape, I'd say. Blackburnian is a really fun one because yeah, it's got very distinctive coloring, and you won't mistake it for anything else pretty much. This is the American redstart, which is also a warbler. Love this little guy. Kind of looks like this, but also not really. I mean, very different enough to identify. And we saw a few of these. Like sometimes when you glance at these, you think they're orioles, because orioles are kind of black and orange, but these ones are much smaller. Warbler, such a fun bird word. Yeah, warbler. This is a Canada warbler, which we did see. These are all ones we saw in the park, but yeah, I don't have any photos. Also kind of fairly easy to identify because of the coloring that it's got. Dr. McKellar, happy Crimson Tuesday. I love American redstarts. Studied them for your PhD. You did? Oh my gosh, what was your PhD about? This, again, another warbler that is easy to identify. This is chestnut-sided warbler, named that for very obvious reasons. I love to see one that is easy to identify. A lot of them are kind of similar. This one is a magnolia warbler. This is also pretty easy to identify. Look at those gorgeous streaks on the chest, and the wonderful face mask that he's got. Well, palm warbler also. This one, not a lot of these warblers have this reddish brown little cap. That's kind of decently easy to identify if you can see the cap. And yellow warbler, a very easy one as well. This is pretty common, super bright yellow. And the red streaking on the chest also makes it fairly easy to identify as well. And that's that, everybody. Those are all the photos that I have to show. Saw a lot of wonderful birds. My mom saw a couple life birds for her first time viewings of birds. And yeah, it was just a generally good time. A lot of walking, like I said. We did between like 10 and 17,000 steps a day. And the day was from, like I mentioned, we would get up at like 5:30 in the morning or 6:30 in the morning. And like be back in the hotel at like 6 or something. 5:30 or 6 o'clock. Long days. And so I'd be like falling asleep at like 11:30 at night, getting up at 5:30. Like a very completely different like schedule for me. So I used to have to get readjusted back into my slovenly ways of staying up to work until 3 in the morning and then waking up at 11. So. Yeah, it's quite a trip from Toronto to Scarborough, which is why we stayed over in a hotel in Leamington, because yeah, like a 5-hour drive is a bit long, and I'm not crazy about driving at the best of times. Dr. McCullough says, I looked at how conditions on their wintering grounds in the Caribbean influence their migration pattern and breeding success in Canada. That is fantastic, Dr. McKellar. Oh, yay, cardinal. I love a cardinal. I love a cardinal. Okay, which leads us into, let me change my tag. Let me change my tag to art, because we finally got to the point where I'm going to take the hat off. But let's get into the art stuff. Okay. Tag, art. Okay, art. Okay. But before I forget, because I did have some ideas. I did have some ideas for these key arts. So I'm just going to quickly sketch those in before we get into the end slate cards. Aw, Edmund, I finally got my toddler to wear the bucket hat today. It's not a bucket hat though. They don't all have to be bucket hats. But one of the things I was thinking about for this would be, I'm just going to put another like little label here. It might be fun to actually like either put like a monocle shape here, because Albert's got a monocle, or put like glasses, right? Because Jack has glasses. I think maybe the monocle kind of will read better because we can do this. And you can kind of have kind of make it look like a monocle or something. Might be fun to do that. I was actually thinking initially, this is probably way over the top, and I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to show you my thought on this. I was thinking, what might be fun is what if there was a monocle, the moon is a monocle, right? And you can see his face, his angry face or something. Right? And you can see his little mustache or something. We're not doing that though. I think that's too over the top. And you can see his bald head and his hair and stuff. A monocle, that's right, exactly. Pascal Brush says, I think removing identifiers leans more into the mystery. I was thinking to up the tension. Up the tension. You could have ooh, scary man, eye monocle, face. But anyway, I'm probably not going to do those things. I kind of like the idea of the monocle one though. That's something that might be subtle enough. Yeah, it would be more abstract. Yeah, like a Hitchcock poster or something. Yeah. Adventure Game Geek will also be at Adventure Game Fan Fair, and I will be seeing you at Adventure Game Fan Fair. Last saw you at Adventure X in 2023. It's always good to get around and to meet wonderful adventure game folk. But the first thing we have to do today is we have to work on those end slate cards for the trailer that is being currently in production. And my of course my trailer is 320 by 200 pixels, and I do have oops, okay, let's see, key art. So this is end card. So there's a few things we need to put on this end card. And let's see about size of font and legibility and everything. So one of the first things we have to do for this end card is we need to put the logo. That would be helpful. So let's put the logo. Oops. And make sure you guys can still see what I'm doing. Okay, good. Let's put this. Okay, it's really huge. You know what I should have done? See, okay, Photoshop tried to be helpful. Okay, what's 25% of this? I might need to redo this or something. Okay, that's not going to do it. But let's start with that. Okay. Viking Blonde, happy Crimson Tuesday! Nuisance Brigade, dust in your eyes. Assemble and charge. Viking Blonde, fantastic to see you. Thank you so much for the... Let's give a shout out to Viking Blonde. What were you up to tonight? Were you playing more Sea of Thieves? What was going on? I can't remember. I've seen... Oh, where's my thing? Where's my thing? Why is that not coming out? Sometimes it doesn't auto-populate and it makes me do the work. Viking_blonde. Fantastic to see you. We saw each other so briefly at GDC. I have regrets about GDC. I feel not too many because I had a great time, but I feel I really didn't get a chance to hang out with people as much as I would have liked. And I only saw you briefly at the park. Judica Forte says, "What ho? Will is very, very tight, but sends greetings." Thank you. No, please, yeah, don't feel any need to hang around, Will. I just want to say it was good to see you, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Okay, Judica Forte says, "We were playing the demo for Tower of the Borderland, which is really hard to describe, but very intriguing." That's the best kind of game. Happy Pie Pew Pew. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Thank you for the Viking Raid. Will. Fantastic to see you. Yeah, I like an interesting game that's hard to describe. I gotta do this more. And it could be that I need to, oh no, 50%. We want 50%. Yeah, I feel one of the things, okay, we're going to keep that one and then just keep resizing smaller ones. Is I actually missed a lot of talks by people that I wanted to see the talks of. Because it didn't even occur to me that people I know were doing talks. I missed Zalavir's talk. And I could have been there. It's killing me. And Cable Sasser from Panic also did a talk, and I totally missed that one too. And this, yeah, that happened at least a few times. And I totally regret that I wasn't more on top of who was giving talks when. At GDC, it was pretty overwhelming. See, I think now, okay, so now we're getting to the point where it's getting all, like, crunchy. So we can't do that. Oh, yeah, by the way, in case anyone's wondering, that just came here from Will's Raid, is I was working on key art stuff for the game, because the game is fully complete in beta right now. And I was working on some key art for the game, like really, really preliminary stuff. But my new trailer is in production right now, so they're currently working on the end card for that. Where I'm not gonna accidentally reveal what my launch date is, because that's still super secret, and I gotta keep telling myself that out loud. So this is like kind of big. I wonder if I can keep it that big, or I actually do need to resize that. And also what it could be, what I need to do is I need to actually make this document bigger. You know, like I might need to just keep the aspect ratio and then resize so that it can be smaller without it getting all crunchy. So let's do that. Okay, let's do this, and let's just change the canvas size. I bet there's a better way to do this. Oh, image size. How do I enlarge something? I should know this. Okay, here we go. Percentage. Okay, so let's do like what? 500%? Okay. Okay. And we're going to stick... let's stick the original on there again. Okay, so let's take this down to like 25% and see how big it is. Why? Yeah, like, oh, you know why? Because it's doing nearest neighbor. Oh, no, that's better. Okay. That's probably too small. That's probably better. Proportion-wise, yeah, that might be, like, for an end card, I don't know if that's too big or what. Okay, I'm going to do another one. Jeremy says, convert to smart object to be able to scale up and down multiple times without losing quality on the scale. Set scaling interpolation to nearest neighbor for pixel art. Ooh. Okay. Convert to smart object. Oh my goodness. Are you telling me new voodoos? Oh, and how do you do this? How do you set the scaling for that? Where is it? How can I set the scaling? Scaling interpolation. Okay, let's just check our preferences and maybe if I could just change it here, maybe that will work. Old School J says, a question. Are you doing all the 320 by 200 art for a 16 by 10 aspect ratio? Are you expecting people to scale it to 4 by 3? I'm expecting most people to play it in 16 by 10. I know some people run like CRT filters and stuff. I'm certainly not expecting people to do 4 by 3. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool if they do. It just, yeah, I feel like somebody suggested that I should bundle the game with like one of those filters. Yeah, I think this is like too low res. This and top. Okay, hold on. Okay. I love when people play. Is it this? No. I would love for people to play it like use the filters and all things. No, please don't. Okay, I won't. You like crispy pixels? I like a crispy pixel, but yeah, I mean it would just be an option. But I probably won't do it because people who want to do it will know how to do that already. Yeah, I don't know. Like this, I feel like this at 320 by 200. I think. Ooh, yeah, I'm kind of okay with like scaling up this particular screen because people will scale up anyway. But let's try at 75%. Because like right now it's not doing the it's doing fine now. Now that I've done like just made the document size bigger. Oh, JBL says, I'm thinking of changing my name on Twitch since the guy I know with this name no longer streams. Oh, Judith Butler's lover. What do you think? What would you change to, you think? I'm so used to you being JBL, but oh, of course, if that's what you want to do. Okay, let's see. So, but besides this, so let's settle like on this temporarily. It's probably not centered, but whatever. Because the thing is, there's a difference between visually centering something and actually like technically centering something. Like, if I center this logo I found perfectly, like it doesn't look right. It looks like off center. So this is like 480 pixels by 448. Because the way that the if I move this over too much, it's gonna look weird. And I already know this. I always have to do this by eye. 426 by 500. Did I just move it the wrong way? Oh, there. Vaguely 464. But yeah, this is that's about centered. But look how not centered that looks. Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a bother. JB Minamoto lover. So that's what we're working on the. You know how you have trailers, and at the end they'll have like Crimson Diamond launching some date, and then you have like the little logos for Steam and stuff. So I'm gonna need my art. Nope, not that one. Game reference. Where'd I put those logos? Oh, here they are. Okay, so you got this one. You got this one. And also Fireflower, I'm also going to put on there. So there's going to be different end cards for different purposes, but I'm going to at least need one that just is this one focused one where it's just a Steam one. And I have to change the color of it. 10%. Let's see what that looks like. And also have to change the color of it. Where'd it go? Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. It's invisible. There. I have to resize that. JBL says, I have no idea. It would be weird no longer being referred to by the shorthand JBL on this stream. Okay, Fractal One Mike says, for what it's worth, old school J unsolicited thoughts, I drew all my assets 320 by 200 with no intention of scaling for 4x3. I'd be more inclined to aim for 16 by 9 resolution rather than opt for pixel filtered 4x3. Native pixel dimension are just nicer usually. Guess if I wanted 4x3, I'd just draw out that res. Okay, so this is one of them we have to include. So let's just do one with a Steam focused one where it's wish list. Okay, TCD launching some date. So we have to put some copy on this. And I do have a font, which I will use this color. Not that color. This color. Okay? We're going to put down launching some date. Let's just put... I don't even want to put a fake date here. I'll put August 2024. July. Okay. I actually feel like okay with that, the size of that. And that's the font I already have, which is kind of nice. Oh yeah, from old school JC, yeah. Non-square pixels are a huge pain to work with, to draw square pixels if I'm doing art. Yeah, I'm fine with sticking to the square pixel as I'm working. And then if people want to do whatever they want to, enjoy the game, if they want to like squish it or whatever, it's fine. Old school JC, although if I'm making another DOS game, I would absolutely use 360 by 350 or some other crazy aspect. X mode just to annoy people. Display mode. Okay, so this is what we have here. And then also, wish list now, call to action. Wish list now. Are you calling me I can't even say it. Fisseogly. Fisseogly. Oh, why is this a new one? End card 2. Whatever. Wishlist now. And then you gotta have your like little Steam thing, right? Let's kind of stick this over here and let's make it the same color. Is it okay to have a lot of empty space? That looks not good. I don't know. Now it should be white. Maybe this all should be like a different color. I don't want to make it too dark because then it's not going to show up. That's too dark. We want that to pop. We should make it white. White. Wishlist now. Yeah, it's not my vibe, is it? Now? Broken says, I was truly surprised and in fact disappointed to learn a few years ago that 320 by 200 pixels are not square but tall rectangles makes it imitating them that much harder. Yeah, like if you look at something like Colonel's Bequest, like for me, yeah, it's so clear that it's like taller stuff. Beta Human, I like the implication that there will be consequences for any delay in wish listing. The font is darker red. Yeah, the darker red doesn't work, but I think though what I want to do is if this is white, I want to visually with color do that because you want to visually connect the idea of wish listing with Steam potentially. Okay, so let's just we can do so that's one, like that's just a very rough, and I might change it and everything, but this is Steam only, and let's do one that is like all of the things. So that's when we're going to get fancy with the other logos. So there's this one. There is the thing is oh yeah, that was the one that's not working. Okay, guess we don't need this open. Okay, Itch.io has this, so let's do that. I gotta say, first of all, get over there. Okay. Oh no, that's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I gotta say that I've been using the same exact music, the same, 6 hours of MIDI Canadian folk tunes for 4 years, and I never get tired of it. And I apologize. Oh, is this anti-aliased? No, okay. Yeah, okay, so this is Itch.io. I'm not going to label any of these. Oops. 25%. 25%. Oh, that's so much tinier. It's so much tinier. 50%? Nope. 45%? Nope. 30%? Nope. Yes, close enough. 35. It's a square. It takes up so much space. It's okay. 30. No, 0. Don't tilt. It's fine. The difficulty gets to be Fireflower games because they don't have like a logo like this. Ooh, Overkill 1992. Really nice pixel art. Okay, let's read this down. This is Itch.io's. As far as I know, Pascal Bryson, Overkill, 1992. Fact on my mic says, I like real life CRTs, but I've never seen a filter fake CRT that looks right or good. Frank Cifaldi of the Video Game History Foundation actually hooked up. Back in the day, they used medical imagery hardware to take screenshots, and he did that for some Crimson Diamond screenshots, and they look fantastic. They call me JBL, and done, fantastic. They call me JBL. I will always call you JBL, or unless you don't want me to, I can call you. They call me JBL. The issue here is So I did mention I had hired PR people, and they did recommend that I do launch on all storefronts at the same time, which logistically might be difficult, but like in terms of sales, shouldn't make too much of an impact. The thing with Fireflower is, I don't think they're well known enough to just get by on just a fireball like that. It's gonna have to have words. So this one would say, okay, let's just one thing at a time. Okay, still BG. Okay, you like JBL? Okay. Yeah, old school J. There is oh my gosh, there is a link somewhere for me. If you want to see Crimson Diamond on GOG, you can like upvote it there. But I have not submitted it to. I submitted the demo, but they didn't want the demo on GOG. But hopefully I can launch it on GOG. But we'll see. Oh yeah, Pascal Bros of Steam. Well, Itch.io is the one that I get the most money from, but Steam will like drive more people to buy it if they see it there. So definitely Steam. I would say Steam. Is there a link to these medical grade Crimson screenshots? I have they're somewhere. They're somewhere on my machine. We can look at we can find those. Okay, I'm gonna just put it back to here, and then we're gonna find them. I'm gonna find them by going through my stuff. And my camera always likes to change when I do this, so hopefully it won't. I put them somewhere. AGS. Yeah, you think I just have them around? Okay, it still hasn't changed. Okay, double check. Okay, no, good. Where did I do it though? It's sad that I just don't have them at hand. This one here? Nope. Desktop. Art. Is it under art? Like it should be? Is it on? I think it's on my external drive. External drive. I know it's on. Definitely, it's on my Twitter. Okay, I found it. This one is one of them. Let's find the other one. It should be... I can't even remember which room he used. Oh, it was Smokehouse. Oh, you know where I can find... I know where I can find it. Yeah, this is. I know this is thrilling to watch me sort through like I'm a hoarder, and I'm looking for that one newspaper from that one date. Oh, you know where? I know where it is. I know where it is. Okay, here. There's this one, and there's this one, and then there's this one. Okay. Okay. I will shift it back. Okay, so the first one was this one here. So this is the photo from the game. This is the screenshot from, I guess, my Steam page that is now out of date, maybe. And then the screenshot was this one. Okay, hold on. It's a bit big right now. And I just stuck it somewhere. Okay. Look at it. Look, it's so glorious. So that's one. And this is what... So Frank did these. He did this one. And in terms of comments I have for this, what I love about this is I love how the cutaway wall is so much softer looking. And I also love the way the sconces actually look like they're lit, because they're blending the white and the yellow, which are quite close in color, but they're blending them really nicely, so it does look like it's lit. Oh, nice. Format code. Just got a fourth wall shirt for someone in chat. Oh, did it? Oh, was there a giveaway thingy? Was there a giveaway thingy? Oh, I hope so for Magpie. That should have hopefully worked. Was it for a giveaway? I wonder. For Magpie. I'm not sure if it worked either, but thank you, one way or the other. Thank you so much for Magpie. Another note about this that I do like is, just the general softness of it. I feel it's incredibly pleasing. Even like you look how the upper right of the wallpaper, there is like some like a fading into black there, which I find very appealing. Okay, next, I don't have comparisons for these other ones, but then here's another one that Frank did, which what I love about this one is the depth of it feels so nice, and the roof of the smokehouse actually looks great. And I wonder if I could show you what this looks like with the actual. I want to do a comparison. Oh, never seen this one? Oh, spoilers, I suppose. Mr. Joe says, yeah, it's got some great natural vignetting. Is this a capture from a little CRT, like an analog VFX capture setup? This? Yeah, I also like, the old school J. I love the dithering of the dark green and the light cyan. I love that so much. Oh, Towie, happy Crimson Good Tuesday. Good to see you. Oh my God, this scene is so lovely. I can't hear at the moment because I'm still in D&D, but it's stunning. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Towie. I'll give Towie a shout out. The blending of this is gorgeous, and so the technical aspects of this, Frank is still working through how he's that process. So he's not sharing necessarily the process of how he's created these, but he basically said to me that he's using the same process and the same hardware that computer game magazines from the 90s would use to capture screenshots, which required the use of like medical imagery machinery and a 35mm camera. Yes, this is one of the few outbuildings that are out there. Yeah, Pascal Boys. So he actually is using actual analog process to produce these, and it's fascinating. Of course, Towie, you're one of my favorites. I was in watching your stream the other night. What were you playing? It was not the alter ego. It was something else. I can't remember now. Anyway, it's always good to see you, and I love your streams. Fellow Ontarian, have you ever been to Point Pelee, Towie? I don't know if you can hear me yet, but yeah, Pascal. So, I don't know what the setup was at the time for game journalists to capture their screenshots, but yeah, Frank has actually you even look at this screenshot. It's like not even. It's like weirdly distorted almost. Like you look at the border, the black border. A Beta Human says, it's almost like old school graphics were optimized for CRT smearing, and modern games shouldn't restrict their palette in vain attempt to recapture that effect. There's something. Okay, I have a shortcut for Frank. It's not FC, is it? Here's Julia again playing the what is the video game history? Is that it? No. Well, anyway, Frank. I got to meet Frank at GDC. He had the Video Game History Foundation, the showcase on the floor that was showing Alter Ego, Where in North Dakota is Carmen Sandiego, among other amazing artifacts. And if you can, I would definitely recommend that you support the Video Game History Foundation, because they do amazing work archiving and preserving and sharing and educating. But yeah, this is another one he made was this one. Marubu and Happy Crimson Tuesday says, depending on who was working on the graphics, they 100% made graphics according to how CRT blurred lines. Like, I wasn't really thinking about it beyond, keeping high contrast, keeping in mind what is high contrast and what isn't high contrast. But yeah, I've seen that amazing, that article written by that person that I can't remember now, that actually showed what the sprites looked like back in the day, like Minotaur sprite and some other stuff and some skeletons and everything, and about how much better it looked, because they were keeping in mind like half lines and stuff, like the way you can make something look more blended with using those limitations, and it's amazing. Yeah, exactly, Belkin. They didn't just point their speaking of Frank Cifaldi's process, analog process for capturing the screenshots. They didn't just point and shoot their cameras at the TV like the readers of Nintendo Power. They were pro like the editors of Nintendo Power. They made the stitched together photograph map for games. Yes, that type of idea. And I think maybe that's also part of it. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna like divulge anything more besides what Frank said is okay for me to say about the process. Hundo P. Sujak says, attempting to capture a particular artistic effect seems like the whole point of doing something artistic. This, yeah, I guess, for me, I didn't start from there, but I can say I love the effect that it does give what I have, because I do like the fuzzy feeling of it. It just makes it look like everything's been felted, like it's been run through a felt filter, and it feels like it's coming through as light. I don't know how to really explain it. But I do quite like the striping that's happening. I like how the wood on the walls is blended in nicely. You can barely see it. I like the subtlety of it. I'm in Detour. Have a good night. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Old School Jason, I disagree a bit with the CRT blurring being desirable, though everyone wanted the sharpest picture possible back then. PC monitors were never as blurry as the 15 kilohertz TVs and stuff you'd see NES and Mega Drive art, though. I think, yeah, it was just like it was a consequence of the output, the hardware and everything. But it's one of those things where what was a limitation at the time has become like really a nostalgic visual effect. And that goes for not even just that CRT effect, but even just like the EGA color palette as a whole and other things. This idea that we like the look, but the look was a result of the limitations technically back in the day. But for me, it's just like, oh, I love the way that looks. And I guess CRT is the same, where it was all they had. And they just said, well, okay, well, we have to work with what we have and make sure that these things are going to read well based on the hardware. Yeah, it has bloom. I like the bloom. Oh my gosh. Old School Jason, I drove 200 kilometers to pick up a 21-inch Silicon graphics monitor I scored in like 1990. Nice. Yeah, it's got a nice indescribable quality. But I mean, when I play my own game and test and everything, of course I've got this, and I love the crispness of this. But I can't ignore the fact that the technique of dithering, like this carpet and everything, the technique of dithering, it was made to blend to create another color. And that definitely does carry through better when you have this fuzzier effect than what I've got. Although I do love dithering just as it is on its own. Old School J says, yeah, I like the look at... I just don't think that too many professional artists were designing specifically for it. They would have been drawing a lot zoomed in and probably had better monitors than your average teenage gamer. I think so. Because I mean, there is some consideration put when you're designing stuff, but even stuff like when I was doing illustration and you know that the illustration is going to be printed on newsprint. You know that's a duller surface that bleeds. The ink will bleed, so you can't do like very subtle tones and you can't do very fine lines. And so they'd have an awareness of that, but they wouldn't be like me designing specifically for a newspaper or anything like that. Well, Bedina, happy Crimson Tuesday. Maroon says, if you're a Capcom, you made your arcade hardware literally have a wider resolution that was squeezed down to 4x3 to create non-square pixels that look more rounded than the CRT blended when CRT blended the edges. I never thought about that either, because that is true. Like a square is going to look more rounded when you blur the edges, of course. That's an interesting thought. Okay, but yeah, moving on. Let's close some of this stuff up. I do like the look. We're now tackling this current issue with Fireflower Games. Oh yeah, I didn't want that there. The current issue with the Fireflower Games logo is that if I just put a fireball there, no one's going to know what that is. And all these logos are so low resolution. And also the logos as I see them right now are very big. So let's also rescale those. Preserving the ones I currently have. But also rescaling them. Oh, there we go. Let's take this to 75%. 50%. Those too small. Yeah, just lets you do. It says, if I prefer the squared pixels, but I know it's not the most authentic resolution for such games. Yeah. Well, Edith asks, when you were doing illustrations for magazines, did they ever come back and ask you to change things if the detail was too fine or colors that wouldn't print well? No. No, they never did. I don't even know if they were that concerned, to be honest with you. Like editorial illustration, like magazine and newspaper illustration, it was just quick turnaround. They wanted something to be in that space. And for the most part, I don't think, as long as you had it into them on time, they weren't super like finicky about that type of thing. Although it is something I did think about, and something when I was in college they did tell us to think about, and so I did. But I mean, my art was usually pretty, it was pretty bright and like contrasty anyway. But sometimes when I would do hair, I do like strands of hair or like white strands in the hair and stuff, and I would think about that occasionally, and I would have to like thicken some lines up sometimes, but it's never really come back to me like they wanted that. Oh my gosh, the trend! I've heard about some of these gold standard CRTs that people are pursuing even now. Who would have thought back in the day? Yeah, so the Fireflower thing is like, I don't want to be that's the one that has. It could be like for this. It could be that I'm going to need to put the words under every one of these things just to keep it consistent. So it would be Steam logo and then Steam, Itch.io logo and then Itch.io, and then Fireflower Games and Fireflower. This is the reason why we're doing this. We're going to be exploring those. Thank you so much for the follow. I just want to put this so that somebody can see someone followed. Okay. So let's explore that as an option. Okay, so this is Itch.io. Itch.io. This one's Steam. And of course, now that if I'm going to try this with type underneath, I'm going to need to do this. We're going to need to see if my type is going to hold up. Steam. The thing is, you want to make sure that this is a fast read. And I'm getting kind of concerned. And I just wish Fireflowers had, I don't know, like a logo that I could use or something. Sometimes that bounding box is just too small and you can't see it. You can't easily select it. Itch.io. Okay, and next is Fireflower. Duplicate this. Duplicate. Fireflower. It's even got a long name. I'm not gonna put Fireflower Games because it's really long. And then see, and even their logo is like pixely, right? It's kind of a problem. What to do? What to do? Oh wait, that's where all the stuff was. Single white outline, I guess. Journeyman, those Firefly folks didn't get the chapter and designed your logo to be recognizable in a single color. Yeah, like the ones that even, some of them have gradations and stuff too, which is like, oh my goodness. Gary J. King says, I know you're literally streaming the creation of the title card right now, but I did just try something out that you might like, or you might not. Then you get to tell me on the stream that my idea is bad. Please, Gary, please. This is very helpful. Please, yes, please suggest. Are you going to suggest here? Or are you going to suggest in Discord? I'll check my Discord in case you've already suggested. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay, in Discord. Okay. Yeah, please. Yeah, send it on Discord. Yeah. Is it like type and stuff or whatnot? Okay, hold on. I gotta check this out. Give me 1 second. Ah. Okay, that yes, I think that could work here. So that could work. I'm wondering though, because we're gonna need to have logos and stuff on them. So what I can do is, there could be okay. So what Gary is suggesting, which would be really cool, is how when you play the game, the text parser box opens up. We could have the logo here. We would not have this type. We would have, I'm assuming, we would have all this stuff here. And then underneath, we would have wishlist now or launching, whenever we say. Launching on, launching on like the 32nd of December lie. I wonder if it's high enough contrast. I like it. And then there could be the typey sounds. Okay. So that could be a nice thing to do. So I would have wishlist now up here. Then we would have fire this thing, all this business. Let's move everything up a little bit more so there's more room for all that. Here, like so. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's got activity on it. Okay, I do like it. Yeah, Gary, let's go for that. Let's go for that. So text parser bar opening up and then the typing happening, saying launching and whatnot. But it would be like have to be one thing. So it'd be wishlist now. This, and then it would say like the type would be launching on, Marsemberly the 37th. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Thank you, Gary, so much. Okay. So the only thing is we're going to have to make sure that there's enough space for that to happen. So I'm going to keep nudging this stuff up. And then this is all going to have to be boringly centered. Oh, or we could have wishlist now as a text parser, because that is a verb. Pascal Bros, if you make a good point. Okay. Because we do want to, okay. So we could have, okay, actually that might be better. Okay, so we can have, we wouldn't have wishlist now, we would have launching, oh, no, those are not in line anymore. Okay, we could have, instead of wishlist now, we'd have launching this time, and then this is on the whole time, right? So we'd have, I want that up. Yes, Gary, thank you so much for dropping by. Have a good sleep. Thank you so much for the idea. I think it's fantastic. But yeah, I think wishlist now would be a good text parse command. Thank you so much. Have a good night. And thanks again for the drafts and everything. You're awesome. So we're going to be launching here, right? And then we could put these things under and then command wishlist now. Fantastic. In fact, I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do, just to make sure I have enough space for that. I'm excited. Okay, to make sure I have enough space for that, let me just grab, I'm just going to grab that asset from Adventure Game Studio. I'm going to quickly grab the asset. How do you type with boxing gloves on? Sprites, let me grab assets. Sprites. GUI, text box. No, it's not that box. Parser box. Is it text parser box? Parser. Okay. It's this one. Copy sprite to clipboard. Give me a second. Oh, no, I don't want here. I want here. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I've got it. I've got it. Okay, we're back. We're back in Photoshop. We're back in okay. Here it is. Let me scale this up by 400%. By 500%. Okay. And also, like, that color should be black. Okay. So that's what it would look like. So that's plenty of headroom for it. Okay. Nightbot has conveniently also said, yeah, if you want to learn more about Crimson Diamond, there are all the links there. There's a Steam store page link to wishlist the game. All my links to socials are at thecrimsondiamond.com. Of course, I put all these streams up on video as VODs on my YouTube channel, in case you want to check those out there. On Twitter, you can follow me at Julie Minamata, and there's a Crimson Diamond dev blog that you can also check out, which I have to start writing at some point. Oh my gosh, I still have a week. Okay, that's good. And so this is where this is going to happen. So good. We just have to make sure we have enough room for everything without it looking squished. And now we have to tackle again the Fireflower logo. Oh gee. Okay. Okay, let's okay. Let's copy this. Let's just get it in here. Let's just get this one in here. Let's just scale it down a little bit. Just scale it down. Then we'll figure out what we're going to do with it. Day 4, happy Crimson Tuesday. I was just mentioning that I know you were streaming tonight. Fortune and Glory. For Fortune and Glory. Game Dev Jeff, good to see you. Snowy P, good to see you as well. We are currently working on the end card for my trailer. My new trailer that's going to be coming out. Okay, okay, so you're saying there's a different Fireflower logo on Google search? Okay, let me try again. Good to see you, Dave. Or how was your arts? And please share it in Crimson Diamond. Let me change my thing. Okay, let me just googly. Let's try it googly. Googly. Fireflower Games logo. Because I could have sworn. And it was the same fireball and everything? Pixely solid, okay. Good to see you. Why don't we splash in... SH Dawn for Fortune Glory as well. Happy Crimson Good Tuesday. Let's just add splash in again the modern text parser EGA adventure game creators, of course, among whom Davor is, and also streams at DEIVORE on Twitch. SH Dawn was part of the wonderfully successful Cosmic Void Devil's Hideout Kickstarter. Where the heck? I'm looking for the Fireflower Games logo that's just solid, and I want it, and I don't see it. Thank you so much for the sub, Davor. Okay, can link the one you spotted. My gosh. Okay, what was just the Google search term? Fireflower Games logo? How am I not finding it? How am I not finding it? Okay, please do a journeyman. I'm afraid if I open up a tab with Twitch in it on my computer, it's gonna fall apart. Fireflower Games icon logo. Icon logo. Okay, Fireflower Games icon logo. Okay, let me try that. The magic words. Ooh. Okay, got it. Okay, is this for real? Is this like for real their actual logo? Okay, I'm gonna visit their site just to be sure. Available. Oh, this person made their own. I hope they don't sue me. Okay. Okay, we're back. Thank you so much, a journeyman. We are going to... Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. You guys know all the secrets. You know about Professor Plummer's soft serve hindquarters and everything. Oh, man. Why is this... Why is... Okay, we're gonna use my type for this. It's all anti-alias. It's fine. It's fine. This is a good starting point. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna copy. Oh man. Okay, let's try. Let's just try. Let's just try. Let's just try. Oh no! It looks a disaster. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. Fractal Web Micro redeemed. Julie plays Bio Menace for 10 is fantastic. Oh, Fluke, it's Happy Crimson Tuesday. Oh, hi, Julie, long time no see. Seems to come a long way since the days of the bucket, the glorious bucket. I am doing well. Yeah, we finished the game. We finished the game, Fluke. It's in beta right now. All the art's complete. That's why we're doing like title cards for like for the trailer and stuff. I gotta fix this, but before we fix that, we're gonna do 10 minutes of Bio Menace. I'm really looking forward to this. I have ample skills to have produced a pixel art version. No one, don't tell anybody. Soft serve hindquarters. That's what they called me in high school. Yeah, I will, yeah. Fasciaguli. Yeah, Fasciaguli. We're gonna make our own of this, but first things first. Thank you so much, Fractal Mind Mike, for the redemption. I love so much. I love so much Bio Menace. And I'm very looking forward to this. Okay. Okay, let me turn off the music. It plays so smooth. It's like the best game ever. Okay, give me a second. Let me set the stage. Nope, not that one. That's the other thing. What about this one? Nope. I need another screen to show. Okay, I'm gonna open up another one. Window capture. BMMMMM. Good. Here. Okay. So exciting. Let's turn on the volume mixer. We need to hear it. It's the best. Where's BM? Solus. That's for later. Is this it? Okay, I guess this is it. We're gonna find out together. Okay, Bio Menace. Let's change this. Let's change the tag to Bio Menace. This might be my favorite EGA like platformer. Pansmo is my favorite, but this might be my favorite like one that I've not been actually involved in or with. Yes, Eating with Fireflower Games is sort of like Itch.io or Steam, except they focus on narrative games. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, we finished on screen. We finished together Bio Menace episode 1, and we are working on Bio Menace episode 2, and it's very, very exciting for me. Yes, they have a lot of events. So they're just an adventure game set, and they're like based in Europe somewhere. Oh, so good. Tell me if the music's too loud, please. Pascal Boycev, I love playing retro games. Was looking for a good ARPG and tried Sword of Mana. I'm still looking for a good ARPG. I love RPGs. Actually, Duke Donuts is playing Wizardry 6, the EGA one, and I've been watching that and loving it because the game looks so good. Not too loud, fantastic. Okay, load game. April 30, Genetics Lab. Okay, Genetics Lab. Everything is so good about Bio Menace. Snake Logan. Okay, let's do this. Time check. 10:08. Big brown beakers. Yes, give it to me. Don't have a key. Okay. I love how unique all the art is. Of course, I love the EGA. I love his like mullet, and I love the way he struts. Oh, it's so good. Do. And yeah, Pansmo is kind of like, oh, I see you. Pansmo is like this amazingly gorgeous explosion of EGA. This is just easier to look at and smoother to play. But of course, Pansmo is number one in my heart. Oh, that sounds good. Oh shoot. Oh no, and I'm just eating all of this. I'm eating all of it! Oh, wow, there's a guy that's on the floor. Okay, let's go backwards. Look at the shadows in the workstation of the beakers. I did that in my game and I felt really fancy. Oh, there's stuff. There's up stuff. Oh, I wonder why that's like that. I probably have to push this, but I'm not going to do it yet. Okay. Oh, just what I need. Just what I need. But I'm going to try to take a bit more damage before I use it. Oh, I love all the flasks. With colored liquid. Ooh, just got a 1-up. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I got 7 snakes. Okay, I like colored liquids, but I will say that... Oh, was it in Picard? The first season or second season of Picard? Where they're at the Institute? What's it called? The Institute... The Institute place, and it's supposed to be a lab, and it's supposed to be a cybernetics lab, and I forget what the name of it is, but it was supposed to be a cybernetics lab, and on the table they just had flasks of colored liquids on it. I'm like, come on. Daystrom, thank you, Demetrius. Oh, Slash Studio says, the music does feel a bit cheery for the carnage unfolding, I must say. He's great. Look at, he's got a good old, like, he's got all good everything. I have no notes. They call me JBL. JBL says, unrelated but art-related, the new trailer for Prince of Persia Rogue was animated by a famous among animation nerd European studio, and it's beautiful. Ooh. That's exciting. Oh, here's like Cosmo's, like, uncle or something. Look at this. It's so good. But yeah, when I saw the colored flasks of colored liquids. Oh no, you didn't. When I saw the flasks of colored liquids in the Daystrom Institute lab, I'm like, come on. That's like lazy set design or set dressing. Like, this is science. Science is beakers of colored liquids. But these ones are great because they're all EGA. I like that sound of, it sounds like someone blowing over a pipe or something. Transmission fluid. I call them Cosmos in his angry teeth. Until he just Picard season 1 lazy production impossible. I hear that season 3 was better, and we've talked about it before, but we don't need to talk about that anymore. It's okay. Come back. Okay. I'm sure there's death down there. Ooh. Okay, I've been there. Been there, done that. Okay. It's fine. I feel good. And Blake has pants on, which is like in his favor. Oh, hey, Cosmo. Very generous with the health. Oh, these guys again. Oh, oops. Oh, they punch. That's cute. They punch. Yeah. Okay, Pascal Barstow says Season 3 Picard was much better than the first two. Yeah, that's the general consensus, I think. Mug Monster as well. 3 was pretty fun. Moment with Worf and Riker on the last episode was really funny. Pascal Barstow found the new Trek to be incredibly disappointing in terms of being grounded in science and reality, for that matter. Anytime there's time travel, I'm like, no, thank you, please. Oh no. Oh, Slashshooter, really? Mullets among your students, that's fantastic. Okay, Beta Human as well. Season 3, pretty good. Maybe we spent a bit too much time... Oh no. Filleting the fans in the last couple of episodes. Lucas, have a good night. Thank you for dropping by. The part... Like, the thing is like, the technology thing, like, besides There's a lot of like key gems. Besides like the time travel stuff, I never liked time travel stuff. Besides that, I will say that the part that makes me the saddest about the new Trek stuff is this whole idea of this future where people like actually a future to look forward to versus a future of more of the same problems that we've been having as a society for thousands of years. I miss that the most. I'm gonna go back up. There was some. I'm gonna pick up one of those health kits, and come back down here. Yes. This is pure joy. I want to just, this makes me want to make a platformer, right? Like, this is just this clean looking, although yeah, I'm helping to mod a platformer. Maybe I should mod, yeah, we talked about this. I should make a modded version of this game to be like Nancy Maple or something. I don't know. Ooh. Cosmo is like a glorious, like, overabundance of everything, right? It's so, as the kids say, it's very extra. And ooh! Maybe I should throw a grenade down there. Oops! Haha. Oh. Ooh, that's what I would have. Oh, hello! I love how it's even animated. Look at the little guy. He's so precious. Nancy Napalm, yes, yes. Deleterious says, well, Old School J agree. Favorite thing about changes is how utopian it was. Yes, like there are still problems, right? Like you can still have conflict, and they did. They had conflict with like the other alien civilizations and stuff that had different belief systems and different customs and all that. And anyway, yeah, Snow Pea says, happy Crimson Tuesday. I really like Cosmo, but it has a rather slow flame rate. Slow frame rate. It would be awesome if they make a remaster one day that addresses it. Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, in terms of, I love the smoothness of Snake. Snake is a smooth criminal. Okay. No, Strange New World. I haven't watched any Strange New Worlds past couple, so I'm not gonna like read out the message. But basically, yeah, there's stuff that just doesn't logistically make sense with the stuff. I've never tried Strange New Worlds. I hear good things, but then I feel like my heart has been broken so many times. I just don't have the heart to do it again. Ewan says, green monsters explode into a bunch of chicken drums. I love the giblets. Yeah, exactly, Old School J. Not that I think fiction shouldn't reflect our times, but it's nice to have one show that's progressive and optimistic mixed in with all the war apocalyptic settings, etc. Not only that, but I will say that I think at times when things are really bad, we like to see, watch movies and TV shows where it does prevent us like a hopefulness for the future. So even in bad times, I feel like it's no better time to have that type of a show. JBL said I couldn't finish Discovery, I couldn't take the crying anymore. Yeah, the optimism was showing how they could solve their problems, albeit sometimes imperfectly. And the thing is people still have disagreements because people will still have different opinions about things. Oh, the Evil Tentacle says remaster of Cosmos in the works right now, not just Pantsmo either. Yeah, exactly. Old School J. We need more media glorifying people who develop imperfect solutions that still help. I think that. I can't even collect. Oh no! Look at. Oh, there he goes. Okay, I just wasn't collecting it correctly. Yeah, I think there is a problem with people wanting a perfect solution immediately when not realizing that it's usually incremental improvements over a long period of time. That's what changes. AA says, I haven't seen the new Star Trek stuff, but it sounds like they did DS9 without the context. There's no problem that can't be solved with a simple violation of the Prime Directive Beta Human. Okay, there's more coils there. But I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Well, okay, wait, it's overtime. It's overtime. But I feel like, I don't know, I've gotten a lot of the gem things, right? Like, where's my thing? Where's my... Oh shoot, I didn't want to do that. I forgot how to get the status bar thingy. For showing how much... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I've got some shards already. Like, I feel pretty good. Look at the dithering. They don't use it that much in this game, but I appreciate when I see it. I feel like I want to finish this level. I feel like I can. Shoop. 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 Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh, they were kind to me. Speaking of headroom. Is that like a rice cooker or something? Oh no, it's an ice cream maker, like they have in Empire Strikes Back. Oh, Pascal Bosch says, I disagree with that. You can solve problems rather quickly, but the problem is a person in charge more often than not is a narcissist with breadcrumbs, which is why you need incremental improvement. Take a lot of homelessness in Finland as an example. It's all but gone. Oh, I didn't realize it. I didn't know that about the homelessness in Finland. JBL says, I watched DS9 bask in the relentless fury of Major Kira Nerys like a sunflower turning towards the sun. Those green dinosaur things are so cute. Then their eyes explode from their bodies. It happens. It's a consequence of being around... Oh, wow. It's a consequence of being around Blake for that long. Yeah, I mean, sure, dramatic change can happen, but yeah, you need... Oh, shoot, I didn't see you there. I didn't even see you there. I just feel like it's... Ooh. Oh. I feel like it's more common for... Like, especially when people have to... In terms of changing people's minds about things, that can take... So you need small steps, I think, a lot of the time with that. Oh. What am I missing? Oh, okay. Oh, there's a big bad guy there. Oh, well, no, I didn't want to do that. I'm sorry, you can't see what's happening and I'm fighting for my life. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. I accidentally changed it to big screen and I'm fighting for my life. I'm so sorry, Blake. I'm so sorry. Okay, we still have lots of lives. We still have lots of lives. Oh my god, what did I just do? I forgot about the thing. Okay, you know what? I want to just load the game because I just threw away a life. I threw away one of Blake's lives. I'm so sorry, Blake. You deserved better. Oh, okay. Ooh, another shard. I don't have this thing. Nope. Burp. Okay, yeah. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no! This, dare I say this, but this is a pretty easy level. And I have gone overtime. But I go overtime with everything. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is... I can just finish this level and then we can move on with our lives. Although I feel like I'm gonna regret just tossing that life away. Oh, look, what a cute little nuclear bomb. Okay. What would Blake do? Would he want to just me to restart this level? I don't know. Yeah, yes, it is Bio Menace time! Oh yeah, okay, sorry, go around the other way. Pascal Versus says you need 20 minutes to change a person's mind as long as they're capable of empathy. Oh, David McRaney wrote a book on the subject, which is the latest with experts in psychology and neuroscience. Huh. I must admit, I have never really, like, read anything about it. I just feel like from Oh. Don't forget to find the nuclear bomb before you leave this level. Without it, you won't be able to destroy this facility. Thank you. I guess from, like, I'm just going from, like, my anecdotal experience. But, that's not to say that, yeah, like, people haven't... I'm sure people have studied this and they would know better. Oh. Yeah, okay, I did this. Yeah, see, that was a piece of cake. I feel like, man, it's fine. I'll save it. I'm going to save it under a different save slot. That's a piece of cake. Oh. Wow. Okay. We're going to save the game. Today is May the 7th. Okay. May 7th. 6 lives. Big alien guy. Okay. I may go back and replay that level off stream, so I have all 8 of my fantastic lives. But that was good. That was overtime, but that's okay. It was worth it. It was worth it. Thank you, Fractal My Mike, for the redemption. I enjoyed that very much. Let's get back to this. Now I do want to, yeah, get this all out of the way. We're gonna do this. There's lives in this level and a big secret. Evil Tentacle in the big alien level. I only have the cute nuclear bomb. It's adorable. Yeah, that was easy. And I'm not saying that because I got better at this game. I just think that was an easy level. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna just fix this so that we can use it. Okay, I'm gonna make it a contrasting color first, and then we'll change the color at a later time. But this looks like this is gonna follow some kind of a grid type of a thing. Okay. What we can do, if we want to be super exact with it, and I kind of want to be super exact. Okay, this is one important thing I said is capable. I don't know. I would say the majority of people are capable of empathy. I've no doubt you've interacted with people generally with no result. That could be because they're narcissistic and it was more about power and control. Dr. Amani says pretty much every online troll is narcissistic. Okay, cool, very cool. Secret in the big alien level and a whole bunch of lives. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. So that means I probably won't spend the time to redo that one then. Thank you, Evil Tentacle. You're like are you like an expert apogee person? Because you seem to like know a lot about not just Cosmo, but Bio Menace as well. I think in my own experience, sometimes it takes people to come around sometime. What is the size of these? Okay, so we're gonna try to downsample this. We're going to try to downsample this to 25%. And is that the size? No, that's not the size yet. No, yeah, I guess that's the smallest unit is this now, right? So we can conceivably just do this. Why don't we just clean this up first? And then copy and paste it. Okay, we're gonna just clean this up because this is the size we're working at here, and I'm just gonna try to clean this up a little bit, and then we will refer back to it and all that. Hey, Sparky Pilot, happy Crimson Tuesday. Okay, Evil Tentacle says you had EEG adventures as a kid. I had the Apogee platforms. Okay, Evil Tentacle. So then, as someone who is very, very knowledgeable about Apogee platformers, what is your favorite? Or what is one that you don't think people play enough? Oh, no, I don't want that. Where'd it go? That looks a little funny. Maybe I need to keep this one. Why? Stop it. Don't stop it. What is wrong with this? B. I said B. I think I do want to adjust this a little bit. No, that looks bad. Maybe no. Oops, Fireflower icon. You're gonna make a whole new logo. Oh yeah, you have all, like, that's a Commander Keen's and Cosmos. Oh, thank you, Beta Human. Okay, back to it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wonder if on Stream Deck, when you press the buttons, is there a way to like auto change tags and stuff? Is that a thing that it does? Because I'm very bad at that. Okay, okay. Should be back. Should be back. We're back. Okay. Yeah, I might. Something about this. Okay, so that is like that. That's weird. I guess. Oh. I guess that's it. Let me see the original again. It's always important to compare. If you have we missed any of the character, I don't see that these pixels there. I'm like, well, I don't know what that is. That's bizarre. Maybe there needs to be some rounding out here. Sounds like you're working in CAD today. Okay. Evil Tentacle says, my favorite nostalgia would have to be Cosmo. Fortunately, Apogee is pretty well known, so they all get played and loved. Lovely. Sparky Pilot says, Math Rescue and Word Rescue. See, I want to just do that, but it's very clear that doesn't exist there, so I'm not going to. Then this one also needs some softening there as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like simple platformers I could get behind. Monster Bash, another one with glorious EG art, but that one's very hard. Oh no! But yeah, after we finish all 4 episodes of Bio Menace, if that's even possible at my current ability, I'm gonna need to find something else. But that's far in the future, I'm sure. Okay, so I guess this is now our new Oh, okay. So I just got there we go. Okay, so it did come through for Magpie. Okay, everyone. Enter in ! Enter to win. For Magpie gifted a glorious EGA bucket t-shirt to chat. You have the next 120 seconds to get a chance to win. ! Enter. Anyone in chat, please. Glorious EGA bucket hat. It's this one. Let's switch to bigger. It's not going to have this part, but it is going to be this gorgeousness hat with the awesome embroidery that they do, and it comes like shockingly, suspiciously fast from Fourth Wall. They deliver really quickly, even to Canada. They delivered surprisingly quickly, and I think I've had even people in Australia say that they deliver surprisingly quickly. For Magpie, thank you so much for the giveaway. EJ hat, enter in ! Enter with you have maybe a minute left or something to win one of these. Fourth Wall, yeah, I love their Twitch integration. They are, it's for me, it does things a lot better than Society 6 in a lot of ways. This is one of them. I also love their embroidery. The embroidery is amazing. This version of the EGA bucket is 6 colors of embroidery thread, of thread. And usually this bucket is 15 colors. It's almost every single color of the EGA rainbow. Old School Jay says, we used Fourth Wall for Save and Ray t-shirts this year. We're really happy with them. Fantastic. Oh, so good to hear. Yeah, I think they do really cool things. I do love this integration. I also love like doing my little thank you to people when they win. Oh no, Fractal Mind Mike says, the one thing I ordered from them got lost, but the replacement was pretty quick and effortless once I remembered I didn't receive it. Okay, good. No, that's good. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like sometimes those issues are unavoidable, but it's how they get resolved is the important thing. So that's really good to hear. Yes, Evil Tentacles says, I got my beanie really fast and the quality's really good. Deledrius won for Magpie's gift of a glorious EGA bucket t-shirt. So it's a t-shirt. Sorry, I was all mixed up. I can't read when I get excited, and I can't read sometimes at the best of times. So it's a EJ Bucket t-shirt. I actually have one of those shirts. One Short Eye has one of those shirts as well. And Robot Spacer has one of those shirts. So you're in very distinguished company. Congratulations, Deleters, and thank you again for Magpie for that. In fact, I wonder if I can just do live on, like, another thing I mentioned is that with Fourth Wall, okay, so with Fourth Wall, I can actually thank people. So you got, on the app, you can, like, do stuff. So thank your supporters. Oh, yeah, I think, like, your orders did go through for Magpie. Like, the first one went, this one went as a Twitch gift, and then there was another one. So, I'm sorry if you have any confusion. One short I says, I would have entered, but I already have 2 bucket t-shirts. Speak of the devil, one short eye. Another Adventure Game Hotspot Fanfare Network member who will be at Adventure Game Hotspot's Fanfare, which is going to be super exciting. Just came out with a video about speedrunning King's Quest 1. That was a lot of fun to watch. Incredible. Like, just watching that speedrun, it looks like it's like unrecognizable as playing a game. It's fantastic. So that's gonna be wonderful. Again, yeah, sorry, I misidentified what the Fourth Wall thing was gonna be, but it's gonna be the bucket hat t-shirt. And yeah, thank you again for Magpie for that. And I'm actually going to do this live on Twitch. So why don't we do this live on Twitch together to thank you for the order. So I click on that and I can record myself doing this. So let's do that. Okay. Hello for Magpie. Stay buckety, my friends. I'm on Twitch right now. I'm on Crimson Tuesday, and we're gonna do this live together. Thank you so much for doing the giveaway, and it's just fantastic. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week and the rest of your night. And we're gonna get to some Earthrise soon. And I said the name properly, Bilkun. I said the name properly this time. Anyway, thanks again. Yeah, see you around. And yeah, have a good rest of your night. Okay, I'm gonna send this now. Okay, I'm gonna send this now. Okay, here we go. Great integration. I'm telling you, great integration. Okay. And it does say, like I said, it did say you did another order. So if one of those orders was in error, then yeah, like, do a refund or whatever. It's no problem. So thank you again. Okay. Take this off again. Okay, Inside Studio, happy lurking. Ooh, okay. I'm going to look. I hope you consider rating Robot Jonathan. I called him. I'm sorry, Robert Jonathan. The animation voice. When finished, you'll be streaming Potato Lines Book 1. Fantastic. Okay. The animation voice. Okay, let me write that down. Okay. Yeah. If he's still on and still streaming Potato Lines Book 1, then yeah, we'll definitely raid that. Robot Jonathan. Robert. I'm so sorry, Robert Jonathan. Okay. Yes, hashtag Earthrise, yes. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. Congratulations again, Deledrius. Okay, for one short I says, a Maple Mystery. I have a Fourth Wall story too, really like it. The only thing I don't like is I don't get email notifications when someone orders, so sometimes I'm not able to thank them until much later. Yeah, the Fourth Wall app, I don't know if it even notifies me, unless I'm looking at my phone. Like, I don't see a little badge pop up on the app. But I do try to check it like a couple times a week or something to see if anyone's bought anything. Yeah, I don't get any emails when people order stuff. So I don't know if that's a setting that you can, like, toggle or something. But yeah, even on the app, it doesn't give me a badge notification. If I happen to be looking at my phone and it pops up, then I see it. But otherwise, it's just not. Yeah, it's not just you. But I do wonder if it's a setting. If you're just joining me, this is Point Pelee, this interesting point thing, and that's why I'm invisible today. I must have forgotten to turn on the music again. Okay, we're gonna get back into it. We're gonna incorporate this into our newly made Fireflower logo. We're going to incorporate that into this. Now, where did I put it? That's the question. Okay, here it is. Okay, so there it is. Fireflower logo. We're gonna stick it over here, and we gotta scale it up. That's the word for that. Fireflower. Scale it up. By... Who wants to guess? 300%? 300%. Nope. 400%. Yeah, probably. It's this one. Oops. Yeah. Let's change the color. Yes, I'm cosplaying as Point Pelee today. Okay, and those are not, also, again, these ones are not centered. So why don't we center them? Fireflower with a Fireflower text. Move it over. Itch.io with Itch.io logo. Move it over. And here's another thing where I wonder if Steam should be center, because Steam is kind of like the most important one. So should Steam be in the center? I don't know. It's the biggest. Let's move them all up. JBL, it kind of looks like a fish. A little bit. Yeah, it does. I can see it. A little fish. Okay. Yeah, so that's what it's going to be like. This is going to be the general end card. And we actually have to do this one. We're going to duplicate this. I'm just talking and doing it at the same time. This is going to be the one where it doesn't have any of this stuff. It's just going to be a Steam one. Like so. And then it's going to say wishlist now. Wishlist now. Launching Festioguli 2024. And there's also one more line in this. There is going to be a new demo. There have been some UI improvements and of course some bug fixes. And I will be launching a new demo ahead of full game launch. Or yeah. A bit ahead of full game launch. So I'm going to need an end card that has that information. So this feels like I can move this down now. Maybe they all need to be moved down. I'm going to turn off transform control so I can see what I'm... This is a bit high, come to think of it, yeah. But that looks... But like I said, the thing is that's killing me about this is the logo. It doesn't look centered even though it is. It looks like it's too far to the left right now. And if you actually look at this, from 462 to this, it's about 462. Approximately. But it always looks too far to the left. So I have to eyeball that. And I have to eyeball the other one too, and I forgot that I had to. I feel like, yeah, you got to kind of nudge it over a few to make it look centered. And then it messes with my head. Which means this one also has to be moved over. And I could copy and paste it in place, but I'm just going to nudge it more again. It's fine. There we go. Okay. So we have, this one is Steam only. This is really Steam only. This is everybody. Everybody. The launching. No, I'm not even going to say that out loud. Maybe you should... Whiskey Tango Fox for Happy Crimson Tuesday says, maybe you should center it based on the text and ignore the leaf. Oh, I wasn't looking at the leaf. I was looking at the tail of the D. Okay. But we have to do ones, we're going to do this again. We have to do ones that have new demo. Where am I going to put that? Okay. Let's try this. Duplicate, duplicate. Okay. We can move the text thing down. Right? We're going to move the Steam thing down. We're going to do launching Fesiogli down as well, because that's... And then we're going to put another line. Maybe this is too much information. I don't know. And this also has to be centered. Oh, what's it? You can't need centered. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. New demo. This wording, I think... This wording could be the darker red, because it's not... Or it could be the lighter blue. Or it could be this color. Nope. It has to be one of these colors. Nope. Come back. I just had it. This is bad because it doesn't say new demo. Okay, that's confusing. That doesn't work. I don't even know. I don't know how this is gonna work. Yes, the details. Thank you. Yeah, Fesiogli. Fesiogli. So this is not Smarch. Yeah, bad weather Smarch. Smarch isn't. Yeah, it's definitely not launching in Smarch. New demo, because you don't want a new demo available launching, because then it sounds like the demo is launching. Then you have to go full game launching. Ugh. No. No. Yes, March. Okay, new demo available now. Like, what do you even say? Whole thing? Speaking of demo, just type in wishlist now, bring up the Steam page. I wish. June-Tober isn't much better. The whole thing on Fesiogli 2024. Gosh. Full release. Oh, there we go. Full release. Fesiogli. Oh, there's not even a number here. The other ones don't have a number either. Do the other ones have numbers? I can't even remember now. No, I didn't put numbers on this. No. Oh, darn it. Fesiogli 37th. That's the problem. Everybody. I'm not going to make this be completely lined up and perfect with the other one, because I'm lazy. Oh my gosh, that's shameful. It's shameful. Okay. Fully releasing? I don't know. Dare you call it early access? No! No, it's, yeah, that's like a technical thing that I don't have. So no. Full release. Fully releasing! Full release launching. No, so many words. Exclamation mark. Gah. It's very exciting. No, wishlist now is going to have the exclamation mark. You know what is so funny? Okay. The Crimson Diamond Gazette. Speaking of the Crimson Diamond Gazette, where I send it out every month, I've been getting some where it's been like flagged as spam and stuff. So I've actually been contacting my website host people and asking them like what's up with that. And so one of them sent me guidelines about why your email might have been marked as spam, your newsletter might have been marked as spam, and one of the guidelines is maybe you're using too many exclamation marks. Like, that's a thing. Apparently, if you use too many exclamation marks, that could cause a mail server to flag you as spam. So next Crimson Gazette, I have to try to use. I'll try to use like almost no exclamation marks. I use a lot of exclamation marks in my Gazette, but this time around, I'm gonna see if it's gonna help me not get flagged as spam. So how dare I say that? It made me like, oh man, yeah, I do use a lot of exclamation marks because I am excited and stuff. Full release coming. Man, writing's hard. That's so long. So long. Gosh, it's horrible. Okay, good. Full release launches. Okay, yeah, that's better. Thank you. Thank you for workshopping this with me. This is like painful. Okay, I like that. That's good. You guys, thank you. You did it. Full release arrive. Launches. I like launches. Exiting the side door. Drops. Full release drops. Festivalgalai 37, 2024. That's fine. Full release launches. That's fine. Now we need one that has all the logos again. And I gotta nudge everything up and down again. Like just a person that does that. Okay, so that has to go here. And then this has to be everybody again. Okay, so this is this where'd it go? Where did it go? Okay, it's this one. Steam. Okay, so this one's called Steam Only Demo and Full. Okay, and this is going to be everybody demo and full. Launches. Well, the thing is so my concern, one short eye, was it says new demo available now, and then the next line is going to say launches. Then they might think, then it might be confusing. It's kind of ambiguous. They might think the demo is launching on Festivalgalai till the 37th, even though like it's kind of like I want to make it like super duper clear that is, you know, this is what's happening, just to differentiate, because otherwise they might be like, oh, the demo, and then I'll be like, no, I don't mean that. Steam Firefly. So we do feel like Steam, even though Steam's most important, Steam should probably be leftmost because that's how people read in English. Like so, and then Itch.io is in the middle. And then I gotta line these all up. Give me a second. I'm gonna do the thing I do to line stuff up, and it's very lazy. I actually just do this. I'll go like this, and I'm gonna make a quick shape, and then I know just shove everything down. Because you could do guides and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's fine. Oh wow, hey, Firefly was fine. What do you know? Okay. Well, hey. Okay, change release to game. Full game. Launches. Okay, yeah. Full game. Ooh. Full game. Launches. Festivalgalai 37. Okay, and then this one also has because I changed everything all the time. Full game. Yeah, I like that because that's even less ambiguous. I will shuffle this so that it works nicely. That's fine. New demo available now. Full game launches. Okay, perfect. We have this one. Should they be red? No. Should this be white? Evil Tentacle, thank you for the redemption. Thank you for the redemption. I'm just gonna do one thing. I'm gonna just test. What if this was white? What if that was white? No, it needs yellow. And I mean, no, it's fine. Okay, we're gonna leave this for now, and then we're gonna do our 10 minutes of Bio Menace, and then we're gonna get into some Earthrise. Oh no, okay, wait, let's not miss a secret. Okay, I want to be guided. I want to be guided. JPL says, I never line things up. I feel it propagates that there is order in the universe, which I disagree with. This is true. This is true. As you can see, I'm not that careful. And I'm sorry for people who are bothered by that. Okay, you can't just come in some simp annuary. Okay. We're done with this. So I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna save that file. Every time, I'm telling you, every time I go to save my stuff, the camera changes, and I don't know why. Okay, we're gonna save this on Google Drive. So that's good. I will fiddle with the orientation of that later off stream. But we're done with that. Thank you so much for doing this kind of boring thing with me tonight. It had to get done. We didn't get to do the key art, which I apologize. But no, that was really good. I'm really happy. And hey, it's still here. Although it somehow got bigger. Okay, music off. Okay, I'm glad we get to play this again. It's still ready to go. Volume mixer. Yes, Bobby P. Wow, it does look weird though, doesn't it? With the shirt getting keyed out. Okay, well it's actually better. It looks weirder like this, where I just look like a disembodied arms. Kind of. I look like what's that? I look like Geodude. I look like Geodude right now. Okay. Bio Menace. It's fine. Okay. Oh no, wrong one. It's this one. It's just so stupid. Urgh. Okay. Okay. Big alien guy 6 time. Okay, let's do it. No, don't save on that. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Return to game. Oh, I didn't even exit the game. Okay. What is that thing in front of him? I thought it was like a food. Now, Pascal Barson says, quantum physics kind of pushed me to the universe having order, oddly enough, like entangled particles having opposite spin no matter the distance. You know what? Oh, okay. Speaking of physics, I was in like a Discord conversation. What is this? Okay. Okay, I was in a Discord conversation about Ant-Man and how it always kind of, I know they're all fun and suspend your disbelief and whatnot, but it always kind of bothered me in Ant-Man how it's kind of inconsistent with what physics rules it breaks. Because there's this a thing that they do where one time they shrink a truck down to the size of a keychain, and then he has it as a keychain. But then also Ant-Man shrinks down to a small size, but then he can still punch people with human-sized force. Also the fact that if he was that small and punching someone with human-sized force, it would just be like punching, like, it would be like a bullet, right? Like a small little bullet or like a needle prick, where you just like punch through their skin and they would leave a bloody hole. And if the truck is just being compressed into a much smaller size, then it would still be like a 1-ton truck, much smaller, so it would just fall through your hand, right? Yeah, it's anyway. It looks like Xenomorph had a baby with a grasshopper. He's got some elbows on him. I find this unsettling. But yeah, that's the thing about Ant-Man for me. But I guess it will all be explained away. Ooh, this is great. With PIM particles and stuff. And also everyone knows about how oxygen can't, like the way the body works doesn't work that way, because if you're that much smaller. Anyway, the thing that bothered me was the size thing and how, yeah, anyway. Oh my god. Oh, a little cameo. Hey. Whoa. Oh. So my little visitor has come to see my newest Okay, wait, a voice. So, my little visitor has come to see my latest creations. Okay, I give up already. Okay. Okay, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot says, I think Ant-Man can control whether the things he shrinks retain their mass or not. Or maybe that's the Atom. I get them mixed up sometimes. Ant-Man and the Atom. That'd be great if they were in a movie together. Okay. Let's go. Burst says, for comic books tend to wave force and I don't even know. Force equals mass and mass times acceleration. Because if the Hulk were to punch someone, the Hulk would go flying into a wall. Okay. Don't leave the level when you get to the end. Go back to the start. Okay. Okay. We'll take a good look at them because these mutants will be unstoppable and when they fully mature in these incubators. Don't bother trying to destroy the incubators. You can't. They hooked up directly into the main core of the supercomputer. But never mind all that, my kamikaze. Mutants will soon be the end of you. Okay. Yes, Belkin, the mantis shrimp is an incredible creature. Can punch through thick glass with nearly no wind-up or throwing distance at all. It's unbelievable. JBL says, quantum physics tells me we're all in the Matrix, but for no nefarious reason, just because we are, which, when you think about it, is even more nefarious. He says, even in movies like Chucky do that, he seems like he still has the strength of a grown man, but he's demonically possessed. Which, that's, you know, that's fine. That explains so much, or anything. Yes, force is mass times acceleration. It's been a long time since my high school physics class. Adrian Bauer says, if you had Ant-Man's powers, would you shrink down to eat giant cookies? Would you stay regular size and make cookies gigantic? I would probably shrink down and eat a regular sized cookie to make it a giant cookie because where am I going to put a giant cookie? And it's going to make a big mess. Okay. Ooh, creepy. Ooh, creepy. Oh, shoot. Ow, my face. Okay. Okay. So go back to the start. That was the... Oh, shoot! Okay, I'm gonna load. I'm gonna load. That shouldn't have happened. That's embarrassing. Okay. Yes, load! Yeah, Pascal Borsov, yeah, the Ant-Man is the breathing thing. Oxygen atoms would either be too small or too large to absorb into one's lungs. Yeah, we had that conversation too, where it's just like, in Deep Space Nine, when people shrank, they also shrank oxygen down, like, the tanks. It's fine. It's all fine. Okay, right. Hi again, Mr. Skullface Man. Okay. Don't jump! Don't do it! Oh! My face again. Okay. I forgot. Okay. Right. Speed run. Okay, let's do the speed run. Okay. JPL says, I would buy a dollhouse, carry it around, and live like an Air Yeti. You carry a fun-sized bag of oxygen with you, Adrian Bauer? It's all fine. Ooh. Yes. Yes, it's the Mr. Skullhead show, starring him, Mr. Skullhead. Cause it's a show, cause he has Mr. Skullhead. Okay, oh, there's more guns. No. Oh, shoot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ooh, there's a thing up there. Okay. Good. Excellent. Okay, another thing here. Good. And there's another... I see a... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I fell. It's glorious. It's glorious. Ooh. No, I'm so bad at this. Okay. Oh. Oh, no. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh gosh. Okay, that's okay. We're gonna get lots of lives. We're gonna get to. We can only hold 9. We can only have 9 Blake lives, so it's fine. We're gonna do it. I can't get there. How do I don't know how to get that. Okay. Oh, I'm so bad at the timing. What a strange key. Yes, okay. Good. Look at the fun way they did these tiles. Okay. Another. Do I have infinite keys now? Oh no, I don't. No. What? Okay, I have it. Oh! Secret door! Haha! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's nothing. Okay, don't have key. Secret door. Oh my goodness. Look how cute. You know what? This reminds me of the Keep On Laughing store for some reason in Crush of Glory 2. Hey, how did you get in here? George Broussard? Did you leave that key line around again? Well, as long as you're here, we might as well introduce ourselves. Oh, I can climb. Okay. Thank you, Evil Tentacle. I'm Jim, and behind me is George Broussard, and Scott is at the computer. We run this game from in here. If you promise not to tell about this place, there are plenty of supplies upstairs you can have to help you on your way. This is fantastic. I follow George Broussard on Twitter. This is fantastic. Oh, no, this is fantastic. Yeah, you did tell Evil Tentacle. Uh-oh. Can I shoot you? Who do you think you are shooting at us? We made this game. Eat this, Logan. Yes, yeah. George has a drop by a few times. Oh no! What's happening? I die. Okay. I'm gonna climb. I can climb the scaffolding, right? Okay. Yes. The game was rigged from the start. Yeah, that... Come on now. How is I not going to try to shoot them? Anyway. That's the... Oh my god, they still remember! They remember! Man... Oh, it's over. No, I can just load this. I'm loading this level again. I can just load this. I can load this. It's no problem. I got this. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Oh man, we're gonna go late tonight. I can't leave it like that. I just shot somebody from Apogee. That was good. I liked that. That's a lesson learned. Okay. Oh, yeah, of course I forgot that that's there. Okay, we're gonna do this. Are they gonna remember now? If they remember now, that's like the greatest thing. That's good, I like it. Okay. This is a good opportunity. No, this is fine. We're gonna redo this. It's gonna be totally good. I know the score now. This is really clever. I would never have thought to climb that. I hope they're not still mad at me. Ooh, oh yeah. Oh no, I forgot. Okay. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm not gonna make it. JBO, we're all gonna die one day. Thank you, Tao. You got this. I got this. I'm gonna die. I've got 1 health sliver left. Yeah, this is the Matrix for those guys. Speaking of the Matrix, I'm so sorry that I shot the person that I shot. I don't know. I don't think George was at the computer. That's what they said, right? Okay, thank goodness. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is Jim. I don't know which one's talking. I guess the Jim is the one with the mullet. And behind me is George. Okay, that's George. Okay. Scott is at the computer. Okay. 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 Hey, George. I'm not going to shoot you. Okay. It's software. This is adorable. Hey, Scott. Oh my gosh. Yes, I needed this so badly. Yes. Yes. This is the best thing ever. Thank you. Thank you. This is great. So I love all the stuff in here. Look at the turkeys. I want everything, I know, but that's great. That's the cutest thing I ever saw. Okay, now we're fully, like, locked and loaded. Okay. I'm gonna find a way to die, I'm sure. I can go down from here, right? Okay. Fantastic. I like it when a game kind of gives you a break. Okay, secret... Oh, no! Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I have to do this now? He's automatically doing stuff. Oh, can I say... No, I can't. Oh, I can save the game. Okay. 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 Secret level. This is fantastic. Okay. May 7th. May 7th. May 7th. 9 times secret level. This is okay, good way to end that off. I feel really good about that. Thank you, Evil Tentacle, for the help with that. Wilkin says, the creators and writers of Matrix movie wanted the humans to be used for mass data processing by the robot overlords, but the producers didn't think the public could understand that, so they made them change the use to energy generation, which actually violates the law of conservation of energy. I don't know, like, they put energy into humans, and then they get, I don't know, I just took it as read. Like, okay, we're human, we're fleshy batteries, that's fine. Thank you again for your guidance, Evil Tentacle, fantastic. Okay, we're gonna move on to Earthrise. See, I did it right every single time so far. I'm sure I will mess it up, but we're gonna go into Earthrise. For those of you who don't know Earthrise, I'm gonna just do my usual quick introduction of the game. Earthrise. Earthrise. This is Earthrise, a guild investigation. This is by Matt Grusin, and the company is called Interstel. This was made in 1990, and it's fantastic so far. I love this game so much. She's right, as Mr. Chow, exactly. This game is not available on GOG, but you can request it using that link. I'm loving this game so far. So far, I've kind of been wandering around. I've fully mapped it now, I think. We, heads exploded a bunch. We've died in a bunch of really creative ways. But I have not gotten stuck yet. There's a lot to do in this game. And I have my maps here. I've got my notes here. And yeah, my notes have some kind of, they're not great notes, but yeah, we picked up a bunch of inventory items last time, so we're gonna hopefully take advantage of some of that. We did actually. We used our hammer to bust a biodome that a spider was in, so we're gonna see what happened with that. It's very exciting. Okay, so show this. Where is? Okay, there it is. Okay, so I do have it open already, and I do have it up. So we're gonna go east to the Garden Observatory, which is where the spider was that killed us. Although I feel like we're head might explode here because we did bust the biodome. Okay, we're okay still. I'm gonna check my oxygen. No, I don't want to. I didn't want to do that. Okay, I'm at 99.8%. I feel like, yeah, I probably should put this on now because... oh, I gotta change my tag. Gotta change my tag. Change to Earthrise. Oh, wait. Earthrise. Okay. This game has 6 followers on Twitch, and I think it deserves way more. Okay. Okay, this, we have to go... continually go east. We're gonna hit... Oh, and it's green. It shouldn't be green here. Oh, this is the observatory. I got mistaken. Where's the garden? Where's the garden? Hold on. Broken pipes. Where's the spider? Oh, I had to go south. Sorry. I had to go south from the airlock. Or not south. Yeah, south. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I got mixed up. And I'm probably just sucking precious air as we speak. Okay, Bilkin says, distributed mass data processing also makes much more sense to the Matrix story, and the general public definitely understands it now. Yeah, I can understand why they would do that. Okay. Oh, okay, this also has okay oxygen levels? I don't know. Okay, that one definitely doesn't, because that's where we... This might be where we busted the dome. Yes! Okay. You are standing in what used to be a botanical garden. When you broke the skylight, everything in here underwent explosive decompression. The plants didn't fare much better than the spider did. There are bits of vegetation scattered about the floor, an extremely dead spider on the wall, and fertilizer everywhere. The skylight overhead has been destroyed, and you have a lovely view of the stars. There's some strange-looking lights just under the skylight. Look, lights. They must be ultraviolet lights for the plants. Not too much of the sun's light gets out this far into space. The skylight was probably for when the asteroid was in Earth orbit. The lights are still working. Ultraviolet lights. Look, ground. Okay, look, crops. Look, crops. Oh, no. Look, crops. Look. What did it say? Vegetation? Look. This spider is like amazing. No? Look, garden? Garden. No. Okay, let's look at the skylights. Nope. Belkin says, I bet this garden getting exposed to the vacuum of space was inspired by the same scene in the black hole. I have not seen that. Let's look at spider. I mean, that's not pretty obvious. Look, spider. Yuck, what a mess. Yeah. So we have some ultraviolet lights. What do we have in our inventory? Piece of cake, food cylinder, field glasses, kitchen knife, electromagnet, security badge, pistol, comb, sock, hammer, hacksaw. An oxygen with O2 bottle with your helmet on your head. Piece of cake, cylinder, food. What can we do with lights? What can we do with lights? Okay, so I'm going to write that down. Ultraviolet lights. Ultraviolet lights, and then spider dead. Spider dead. Okay. Ultraviolet lights. Take light. That they are way too high up. You would need a mighty long ladder. What about this table? There's stuff on it. There's nothing of interest on the table, at least anymore. Can I go this way? Oh, nice. You're standing in what used to... Okay, it's the same. There's a door to the east. There isn't quite... Okay, there isn't quite as much fertilizer over here. Okay. Huh. I want to take crops. What is this thing? Look, wall. No, this is just plants? Okay. How about this? Open door. The door has no handle or knob. It is obviously opened by control somewhere. Maybe you should have a closer look. Look. Panel? Push button is my... I don't see anything, but... Look. Look, door. Oh, okay, okay, cut vines with hacksaw. When's the last time you saw someone gardening with a hacksaw? It won't work. What? Oh, I have a kitchen knife. Cut vines with knife. Well, wielding your knife, you savagely hack into the vines. After a few quick strokes, they fall apart, revealing a button and a card slot. Okay. Yes. 264. Guess I'm going to save it. Save. May 5, 264 points. Cut vines. Okay. Look slots. Accepts a standard security card in... We have a security card, right? We have a security badge. Push button. Nice. Oh boy. Look. We are standing in what appears to be some sort of tool shed. There are some shelves, several bags of fertilizer, some drums, a pick and a rake. Take pick. It might make a nice weapon, but you really don't want to lug that thing around. Take rake. You don't want or need the rake. I want it. Okay, look. Drums. Liquid fertilizer. Take drum. You're not a hungry plant. Try eating cake or something. Oh, we love cake. Open drum. Fill cylinder with fertilizer. Maybe I can make a bomb. Just fill cylinder. Nope. Okay, look shelf. Shelf contains several boxes and a small portable lamp. Nice. Take lamp. Okay, where is it? I don't see anything that looks like a lamp. F3 repeats that. No. Where is it? Is it this? Is it the iPad? Nope. That's not what I wanted. F3. Yes. Look lamp. What do you know it is? This is a portable ultraviolet grow lamp. Grow lamp. Judging from its weight, it must have some internal batteries. There is a small power switch on the top. The batteries are at 14%. How can I... Oh, man. This... Man, 14%. Okay. Okay. Batteries are 14%. Batteries. Okay. Nothing to murder us in this room score. Yeah. Yeah, I would have loved to see an animation of hacking, but I get why they didn't. Okay. Look box. Okay. Look shelf again? Okay. Open box. Look bag. Seems like normal fertilizer, not the experimental fertilizer that's scattered all over the garden. Take fertilizer. You're not... Okay. Open bag. Why? Look rake. Gardening rake. Look pick. Looks like a two-headed pick. That's great, though. We have an ultraviolet lamp with a bit of battery left. I think that's it. But I feel really good about that. Okay. That's fine. This thing, we're just going to leave that open. Can I just take a plant? No. Okay. So, we have more goodies. We have more goodies. What is this stuff on the floor? Is this glass? Look. Glass. No. Okay, Bilkin says Black Hole 1979. It's a classic sci-fi movie. It was made by Disney and pushed the limits of... Oh, Pink Bunny Cakes! Happy Crimson Tuesday! Thank you for gifting the sub. To J3Z. Fantastic. Happy Crimson Tuesday to you. And to J3Z. Okay. Oh, Black Hole 1979. Okay. It was long before Disney's subsidiaries Touchstone and Miramax. It was at the time the most expensive picture ever produced. At the time, the most expensive picture produced by Disney and featured a lot of now iconic robots. Most notable, the very frightening Maximilian. Yeah, I've never seen. Oh, Adrian Barr says those robots in Black Hole were reused in a ton of old Japanese sci-fi shows. Ooh. And I love Black Hole basketball bars. In spite of not accepting gravity as law. Vincent and Tex are where it's at when it comes to robots in that movie. Mr. Gel, Black Hole is rad. It's awful, but it's rad. Probably need to check that out at some point. I think that's it for here. Now I'm kind of wondering where to go next because we've been all the places, I'm pretty sure. Yes, thank you so much, Pink Bunny Cakes. I really appreciate it. I'm going to look at my my map here to see if there's any other obstacles that we've met that maybe I can conquer with my current loadout. There's a death porcupine, but that kind of happens immediately after when you go to that room, so I don't think I can do anything about that. There is the radar. There is a green monster that will eat me if I get close, but maybe if I don't get close to him. Or I can attack him with a hammer or hacksaw. You had a Maximilian pencil holder from a Captain Crunch box. But remember when they had stuff in cereal boxes? What else is there? Okay. There is a key for security that we need, but I don't think we have that yet. There's a database in the security office that we don't know how to access because we don't know database names. Other rooms. In the second level, the lower level, there is cyan slime, which is not an immediate death. It's only if it touches us. It's like the mummy in Hugo's House of Horrors. So maybe the ultraviolet lamp can do something about that, or maybe we can comb it to death. There's also a chasm on level 2. There is a large green... There's an insect somewhere too. Oh, Mr. Joe, you've modeled the robots from Black Hole in 3D. Oh, Goldman Thomas says, Jack Kirby did a short-lived comic strip adaptation of the Black Hole. It's only ever collected in French. You guys know so much. You guys teach me a lot in stream. And it actually does remind me, the Toronto Comic Arts Festival is happening at the Toronto Reference Library this weekend. And I'm going to be going at least one of the days because a friend of mine is going to be tabling at the event. His comic book is called The Cold Fire. I'm actually going to put his name down in chat. Okay, so his comic book is called The Cold Fire, and it's by Aaron Nevrati, which I will write down here. Aaron Nevrati. So he's going to be in town. He's actually Calgary based, but he's going to be in town. And I have friends also who, like Ilya is going to be there with his wife and stuff too. So we're probably going to like go to see the event and maybe get food or something. So if anyone is going to go to the Toronto Comic Arts Festival on the weekend, I'm not sure what days I'm going to be there yet, but it looks like it might be Sunday. Yeah, give a holler and maybe we can like have a coffee or something if anyone's in town. That does remind me. Okay. And let's look at the overworld map. I've got notes here about what things... There's an access panel that with a screw in it that I couldn't unscrew before. I wonder if that... Yeah, I think I tried the electromagnet on the screw before. Maybe not. There is a combination lock on the radio tower. We don't know anything to do with that. There's a force field we need to disable, but we don't know how to do that. Okay, we're closest to the green monster that eats me, so let's see if we can do anything with him. Oh, Goldman someone said, nice, I went to TCAF a long time ago. It was fun. I got to talk to some defunct same hat and bought a lot of books. Now sadly defunct same hat. Yeah, it's a great event. I don't think I went last year, but I have friends downtown and they're going to be going, so it's going to be fun to see them. And yeah, my friend is going to be tabling, so it'd be also good to see him. So let's actually get out of here. Yeah, we're going to do some basic exploration. I'm going to take off my helmet now and see what happens. Yeah, we're fine. Let's check oxygen level. 76.5. My gosh. Okay. Well, why don't we first visit the research labs? Because I don't know if this... I don't remember what was in there and what it looked like. So let's go to that. Okay. Oops. And this should be the octagon, the octagon room. And then, so this is the research lab one, and you don't need oxygen for it, so we're going to just go in there. 11:29. I did start Earthrise relatively late, so why don't we say 11... 11:45, and then we're going to look for someone to raid. And it might be the Animation Voice. If the Animation Voice is still streaming, Betrayed Alliance Book 1. Oh, nice. Gomen Sim says, manga artist Usumaru Furuya was there and signed his book for me. Fantastic. Yeah, I was, there was an artist I liked called Shintaro Kago, I think, was there. And I didn't buy anything or get him to sign anything, and I feel like I missed an opportunity. And Junji Ito was there one year, but you had to line up at 7:00 in the morning, I think. And he was only going to sign 100 things because he wanted to not get repetitive stress injury from signing stuff, because he probably already has, I'm assuming, he wants to protect his wrist and hand for his art. So I did not meet him. Hashtag octagon, not hexagon. Yeah, we've been here. I think we did pick some stuff up here. But I don't know if I actually tried to see if there's a way to move further. Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't go this way. Did I go this way? I feel like I didn't move this far into the room. So I'm glad I revisited this place. What an oversight. Okay. Look. You are in the eastern end of the research lab. You see a row of filing cabinets and a small counter and a row of large storage cabinets. Look wall. Look, it's so cute. You can see that little calendar. There's a chart and a calendar on the northern wall. Look chart. You can't make heads or tails of it. Look calendar. You aren't close enough. October 2024. A rather attractive young woman laying on a beach gives you a warm smile. I've already done this, you guys. Look counter. I don't think so. On the counter you see a book, a small rear projection slide projector, and a framed picture. Look picture. An amateur shot of someone holding a dead shark. The caption reads, Summer 80. Boy, that's old, you think to yourself. Take picture. You can't take that. Is that the scientist on the floor who whispers astral body? Is that from a movie? Wait. Yeah, October 2024. Okay, but look. Okay, so, but there's nothing else in the picture that indicates anything else. Look, shark. No. Okay. What was it? What else was all on this counter? Look counter. A book. Look book. Recombinant DNA procedures you prefer fiction. Open book. Take book. Look counter. Slide projector. Look slide projector. Try moving closer. Since you have no slides, the projector holds little interest for you. Okay, no, we don't got slides. Okay, need slides. So I'm going to write this in my notes. So there is a second room to this lab, and it has a rear projection slide projector. Rear projection slide projector. Okay, great. Yeah, JBL, the Cold Fire comic is beautiful. Aaron's an incredible artist. He's been working on that for years, and he's on the second last issue of it before he's going to compendiumize the whole thing into one big thing. But yeah, he's an awesome watercolor or ink artist. Look table. There's a small notepad on the table. Look notepad. The notes are sketchy and technical. It appears that a researcher found some dead slime creature wrapped around a cupcake wrapper. A Dr. Edward Stanley was trying to figure out what killed it. He was performing some experiments on the remains of the creature to support his theory. As you read on, you start to wish you had paid more attention in your biochem classes at the academy. So we did see a slime creature. That was one of the things that killed us, so let's see. Maybe we can find out some hints about how to deal with that. Wrapped around a cupcake wrapper, so it probably is allergic to cake or something, right? Amazing symbiotic colony creature, silicon-based life. Plant portion photosynthesizes oxygen from silicon dioxide in asteroid dust. Animal half has cupric, copper, oxide blood. Antioxidants in cupcake must have blocked copper hemoglobin's ability to oxidize. Creature asphyxiated. Sure, you're convinced. Right, you begin to feel like you're a little out of your league. Okay, so we have to throw the cake or feed the cake to the cyan slime, and that's probably going to deal with it. Fantastic! 289 out of 800. Awesome. Oh, it's a space. What's the Space Quest 1 reference eating with? I missed it. I actually haven't played the Space Quest games, I don't think, all the way. Oh, from Space Quest 1 VGA? Oh, Astro Body. Okay, I see. Okay, that's where the Astro Body reference is. Okay. Let's keep on looking. There's like a vent there. That's probably not anything, right? No. What is this? Filing cabinets. Look. Filing. Do you see how one's green? I love how there's like the little pixel, the lights and everything. Filing cabinets all have small status lights on them. They are all red except for the third from the left, which is green. Fantastic. Open drawer. Open cabinet. Yeah, filing. Oh my god. $2.99. Okay. You open the filing cabinet and leaf through the files. There is some interesting stuff here. You find some biomedical records of various forms of life indigenous to this asteroid. The files discuss in detail the biophysical features of several of these creatures. Not being a biophysicist, you would prefer a more general description. Each creature's file mentions a computer entry in the Biomed database. Okay, Biomed. Okay, so we know the database we need to access. I'm so playing a game right now. I feel good. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the space cake. I wish there was an option to like get another slice after maybe there is after we feed the slime the thing. Poison the slime, I mean. Okay. Computer entering the Biomed database of the installation's main computer. You quickly scan the files labeled Timac. Oh my god, so many words. Okay. Oh, wait a second. We already looked up these words and we didn't get anything from them. Brelt. Carrick. Yeah, so this isn't, but the Biomed is going to be important. Glitten, and Zeld. Okay. You wonder what inspired the names these scientists thought up. You replace the files, not much wiser, and close the cabinet. Okay, we want to look at the storage now. Open cabinet. Storage. We want to close, what? What are you talking about? Hey, wait a second. Just look, filing cabinet. Third from the left, which is green. Why is it saying this? Open cabinet. Storage. You must get closer. What are you talking about? Just, okay. What? Oh, this is the cabinet. This is the storage cabinet, right? Text parsers, you guys. Oh my god. One cabinet is open, revealing a bee in a glass jar. Take jar. You reach up on your tiptoes and grab the jar with the bee in it. Look jar. Aww. The glass jar has a screen top and contains an African bee called Eric. Oh, look how cute he is. Wow. Look at Eric. Okay. Oh my god, okay. Open cabinet. Okay, so that's what they meant by filing a storage. Okay, let's try to take this notepad too. You barely understand it. Why would you want to take it? Okay. Is that Eric the half a bee? There has to be a Monty Python reference naming the bee Eric. I don't even know that Monty Python reference. He's a low guy. He's so cute. Look at Eric. Eric is buzzing happily in his jar. Eric appears to be an African bee. Aw. Bee. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm glad I feel like we probably have to revisit all the locations now because I might have missed some room halves. But anyway, okay, moving on. Now that we have a thing to do, we know what to. We're gonna try to poison the slime with the cake. So that's gonna be down a level. So we're gonna do that instead of revisiting the monster. Okay. Okay. So that's going to be to lower level. So we're going to take the elevator to the lower level. And I'm going to save the game. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. Save. Okay. May 5, go to poison slime. Okay. So that is to lower level. I feel like, I don't know, this is really, really pleasing to me because the mapping I did is helping, and it's helping me like figure stuff out and everything. And I'm figuring stuff out. Okay. Okay, so. Oh yeah, I know that one. Okay, Bill says, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen African bee? Yes, I'm familiar with that one. Oh wow, Pascal Borso says, I actually had a bee fly into my apartment late at night and managed to get it outside by removing a lampshade and carrying it with the bee on my balcony. I slept by the door until daylight and woke up and buzzed off. I read they have problems navigating without sunlight, so a bee crashed at my place. Oh, that's so sweet. I like that. Okay, we're gonna go to cyan slime. Cyan slime. Throw cake at slime. We're going to try to throw cake at slime. Okay, I'm going to save it here because I don't know if this is just... I thought we had to go outside for this, but anyway. May 5, go to poison slime. Okay, so this should be an airlock. Yeah, this is the airlock, so we got to put our helmet on again. No, don't do that. 9... Oh my god! Oh my god, Eric! You hear a muffled pop as your pet bee decompresses. That's going to cost you all your points. Sorry, pal. Does that tell you anything? Oh god. Dead bee. I need to look at dead Eric. I'm so sorry, Eric. Oh my gosh. Mug Monster, this game is very thorough with realism. Jeez. Okay, wait. We gotta do that again, I'm afraid. Because I need to see little dead Eric in his jar. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Eric. I almost exploded my head. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. 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 Look jar. Oh. Oh. The glass jar is quite a mess. Poor Eric has decompressed. Oh my gosh. Poor Eric has decompressed. Too bad they don't make bee-sized pressure suits. What a mess. Ah, JBL, at least his death was quick. Wow. Oh my god, I'm so... Okay, so we're gonna have to restore the game. That's absolutely... How do I do that? F6. But the problem is... Okay. 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 It's okay. That was the only thing that's here. Let's go. We're not gonna pick up Eric yet. Okay? We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to do everything else in the lab except for pick up Eric. We're not going to do that. Okay. We're not going to do that. We're going to do everything else. We're going to do the slime. Okay, so that means, okay. That means that we cannot go outside with Eric. So we're going to note Eric's presence. Okay, Eric the bee in jar in storage cabinet. We're just making note that Eric is in a jar in the lab, and we're not going to take him until we know what we need him for. Bilkin asks, I've got a music sound blaster question. The FM music files that come from the 8-bit sound blaster card included a song called Count on Me Sixpence. I've never been able to find this song anywhere else. I assume it's a traditional song. Does anyone know it? Not to be confused with Sixpence None the Richer or Sing a Song of Sixpence. No, I'm not familiar. I'm familiar with those two songs, but not Count on Me Sixpence. Maybe this little bee astronaut suit in the game. A little bee astronaut suit would be good. Unfortunately, yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna just make a note of Eric, and then when we need him, we will call on him. But oh wow, it's 11:46. Okay, so we're gonna get the stuff from the lab, except for Eric, and then we are going to save before we cake the slime. Because that's something to look forward to for next time. Look chart. Look book. Look projector. Okay, look calendar. Look picture. Look notepad. Okay, so we read all that. Now we know it. Open cabinet. Look in cabinet. Filing. What? Open, sorry, open cabinet. Filing. Great. You saw that? We're also going to open up this so that we can have a visual on Eric. But we're not going to take him. Okay, there. So save. We're going to go to poison slime now. Okay. It would nice to. It would have to be an auctionized patch which narrows down what one needs to do with Eric. Yeah, I presume. Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if it has anything to do with the garden area, but like there's no air in there, so like that's not good for him either. But yeah, we're gonna I just made a note. I actually circled that note in red ink because I'm sure he's very, very important. But that was wonderful and awful. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go to just before cake slime. And then we will find someone to raid. Oh no. Sorry. Push button. Down. Okay. Yeah, it's awfully wonderful. This is wonderful. This is delightful. Okay, so we're going to go to Cyan Slime, which is west. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to save it here as go to poison slime. Okay, so we're gonna have something that we're gonna try next time, something to look forward to. I'm gonna check out yeah, Find someone to raid. But yeah, thank you so much for being here with me. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Thank you for sitting and watching me show Point Pelee photos and talk about the place. It's a really cool, special place if you ever get a chance to go. And also, also helping me through and workshopping the copy for the end slate card for Crimson Diamond trailer, release date, announcement, all that stuff. It's very exciting. You guys have, a lot of you have been here through. Thank you so much for the follow. A lot of you have been watching this process for years, and it's so exciting to be this close. And yeah, we'll see what happens after that. But I'm still enjoying the process, and doing Crimson Tuesdays every week is part of that process and part of the reason I still enjoy it so much. Yeah, it's good times. Thank you again for Magpie for doing the fourth wall giveaway. That was amazing of you. Deletris, congratulations. Thank you also for the gift sub, Pink Bunny Cakes. Also, Day of War, thank you for the raid. Viking Blonde for the raid. The Wolves for the raid. You guys are amazing. Happy streaming. We're gonna find some to raid. But next week we're gonna be back on key art stuff. Next week we're gonna maybe try to think of some more concepts. I'll try to think of some stuff during the week for concepts for sketches, and we're going to go from there. I'm really enjoying showing you guys that process because it's not something I usually do on stream. But yeah, we'll do that. Do more of that. We'll do maybe more Bio Menace. I don't know. We're going to do definitely more Earthrise. I think I got the name correct every single time this time. So yay for me. But yeah, it's wonderful to have you guys around. Thanks for the follows as well. It's always a good time. And yeah, I'm excited for you guys to play it eventually. Let's look for someone to raid. Yay, JBL, yes! Yes, yeah, exactly. The early streams of this channel appear in Coldfire. Yeah. Fractal Mind Mike, yes, it's so good to see you as well. That's another thing. I've met so many amazing people over this experience of making this game. Really, really cool people. And all you people in chat are those people. Fractal Mind Mike, JBL, Dave Wormassimus, Tuiji, Old School J, Adrian Bauer, Inuit, Goman Sama, Pascal Brosip, Disaster Squad as well. All these game devs, you guys are the best people. The best people. Fun times. I can't say enough. A journeyman. Bill Kuhn, of course, who recommended Earthrise. And I said it right again. Yes. Mug Monster, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Yeah. Just the best times. Every time. Beta Human as well. Always the best times. Yeah. So I always say this, no matter what happens with the game, however it does, I'm so happy that we've done this, and I'm really proud. So it's all good. Let us find someone to raid. Let's see about if the animation voice is still playing. Let's check that out. And yes, and I will see people at Adventure Game Hotspot Fanfare, One Short Eye, Adventure Game Geek. I don't know if Anna's going to be there, but there's going to be plenty of people there. Francisco's going to be there as well. Let us see. Let's see. The animation voice is live. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's been an amazing ride. You've been here since the beginning. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, so Animation Voice is still streaming Betrayed Alliance Book 1. The re-release of Betrayed Alliance Book 1 with amazing art by Carl Dupré-Richer, who was a guest on stream. And I got to meet Carl, and one of the reasons I got to meet Carl was because of Crimson Diamond. So there we go. That's another really good example of all the amazing stuff that I've got to do and the amazing people I've got to meet because of it. We're going to raid up the Animation Voice. And we're going to see some of this gorgeous art. Let's do it. Raid the animation. I will be there for a little bit as well. I got still stuff to do. I got to trim my videos and upload them and stuff. So come with me to the animation voice, playing an EGA, text parser adventure game, by another amazing person that I've gotten to, meet online over the course of this, Slat Studio. Let's do it. All right. Text parsers for the win. Text parsers for the win. And yeah, the game looks absolutely gorgeous. I played a bit of the demo, but I should get back and play the full thing eventually. It's something I definitely want to do. What else is coming up? Oh, of course, yeah. So yeah, the Crimson Diamond is in Steam Next Fest June edition. So I don't know. At least by that point, maybe there'll be an announcement about launch date by that point. I don't know. There'll be a new demo for that. That I can say for sure. But yeah, got to be careful with what I say. Okay, I'm gonna just let this run down for a little bit more. But yeah, have a good evening, day, afternoon, morning. See you guys next week. We'll do something. And I gotta bug Dan about sound effects still. That reminds me. Okay, anyway, let's get over there. I will see you at the animation voice.